1, 2, 3, let's go.
You chat too much.
Me money green.
Hey.
Me pants them green.
Are we ready?
Me socks them green.
Yo,
for St.
are we
Patrick's
ready?
Day. Yeah, let's go.
Ayo never says anything on the intro. You ready to turn up?
Me t-shirt
Say
green.
with me. Let's go.
1, 2,
3, here we go. Chat too much. Hey. Don't forget the explosion. What? Welcome to the Chat Too Much podcast. It's your boy Ty Rex.
And your boy Ayo.
Producer Rooks.
And Waza. You guys ever watch Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Waza.
I actually have not watched it, but I've seen that clip.
The WhatsApp clip? But you never watched Scary Movie?
No.
Scary Movie 2 in particular. That's the GOAT one, in my opinion. Are you guys excited for the new Scary Movie?
Not really.
What?
I'm not really a movie watcher, so I haven't really cared about
I thought it was a Scream movie.
It's both are coming out.
Both are coming out. I think Scream already came out.
I think.
Yeah,
You guys don't like Scary Movie? Well, you never watched it. You're a fucking YG.
I like Scary Movie, but like
Why aren't you excited about it?
Because for the past, I don't even know how many years, I haven't been excited about any movies. It's not like, ooh, like I can't wait to go see that. Like,
But have you been watching movies?
Nah,
I watch like old movies. Like,
but this is nostalgic because this is the first time the Wayne brothers are producing it since, like, remember the last good Scary Movie was Scary Movie 2 because that was the last one that they were a part of. So then this is them finally being a part of what they started. So it's gonna be classic jokes.
So I guess it'll be cool when I watch it when it comes out on Netflix or whatever it comes out on. But like me, like I'm just like, yeah, cool. Like I'll watch it.
When was the last time you went to the movie theater?
Yeah.
Probably to see Deadpool with CJ.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah. Whatever.
I didn't watch that one. Was it good?
It's super
Yeah, it
good.
was good.
Yeah, it's super
No,
good.
I think there are some good movies. You just be
Super
sleeping
good.
because I don't super be watching a lot of things. But when there's certain movies that I like that I know that I'm gonna like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. Like if an
I'll
X-Men movie
watch
came
it,
out, I
but,
would
like,
watch it.
I'll watch it, but I'm not going to go to the theater and spend money to watch it.
The theater experience is good though. It's not that
Yeah,
expensive.
facts.
But that's what I'm saying is like I don't have the like urge to be like, oh, like I can't wait to see that. It's like no, I can wait and
Not one
sit on
movie?
I can wait and sit on my couch, smoke a herb.
I mean, I feel that, but at the same time, it's also always nice to go to the movie theater to watch a movie.
When was the last time you've been on a nice movie date?
It's been a while.
It's been a while for me because movies aren't good first dates because you can't talk too much.
No.
But if you like, you have a girl that you've been seeing for a little bit, you go to the movies and then like, you go to Jackson Square, you can lift the side, you can lift the little hand thing up and you guys could cuddle, watch the movie and shit.
Fucking girl that I went on the last movie date with. Anyways, we went to the VIP movie.
Ooh, I went to that too.
That shit smacked.
Yeah,
you can sit down and you can order, like I was ordering wings and shit.
You roll, you recline your thing. You go into the restaurant and you can say, "Oh yeah, I want this, and that."
It's sick
and then you go and find your seat, and then they bring it out to you all discreetly and ting.
Wow.
And like, there's a light that's like perfectly enough so that you can see like what's there.
Yo,
That's
like the only
crazy.
time I went to a VIP one was actually with another nigga, pause. But shout out to my nigga Danny still. Shout out to my nigga Danny.
Shout out Danny.
We linked up. We're just like, he was a nigga. He lives mad far, so we don't see each other often. We're like, yo, let's just fucking
Go watch a movie.
let's go watch a movie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
yeah.
did one of those ones, and then we went to the VIP shit, watched the movie. I forgot what movie we watched, but it was. I remember the time that we had, which is the more important part, that we had a good time.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the VIP movies. But aside from that,
Shit, I gotta go watch a movie now.
let's go to the movies, nigga.
I mean,
guess so.
It's too late.
Well, not
now.
tonight,
Not right now.
but like yeah, we'll plan a movie.
Watch Scream or watch the.
I don't want to watch Scream. Scream sucks. You guys actually like Scream movies?
I haven't really
I'm not a
watched
horror.
much.
I'm not a horror
Scream
movie.
movies.
Scream isn't even scary, bro. Scream, it has like some jump scare type shit, but it's actually kind of funny because it's so stupid. It's again, like how long can a nigga with a mask chase you with a knife? Like you don't have superpowers. You're not like Michael Myers where the nigga just won't die. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just a regular nigga with a mask and a knife. Like what is there to be so scared of? Nigga, I'll shoot you. But aside from that, how's you guys' weeks? We don't have to go super in depth.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was a good intro, so we don't have to like go in depth about our boring lives.
Yeah. Well, my life got an opposite of boring for once.
You got some coochie?
No, I got monetized on Facebook.
Let's go.
Come on now. Big man thing. So yeah, I got monetized on Facebook.
I got eligible to be monetized a bit ago, but I get banned too much and shit like that. So they be like fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Mosh up.
Trying to silence the man.
Yeah, I be saying shit though. Some of it is deserved. I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad at Mark Zuck because sometimes I be doing the most.
I'm dead. But yeah, so that happened. There was something else that happened this week, and I already forget because I was so excited about the about the monetization. Oh right, I got booked for a stag and doe.
Let's go, millionaire.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
that's sick.
back into DJing, and then
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like being a DJ gets you girls? I feel like DJs get bitches.
It used to when I used to DJ often.
So when you DJ often, you'd be like, it actually like, you know, it's like a drummer. Yeah. Okay.
Shotties in the booth and ting.
Word.
So wait, so when they come into the booth, are they always trying to get your attention, or are they just there to kind of be like, oh,
Well, because the thing was, is like I had a lot of female friends being a DJ.
And people
So,
want their
like-
favorite song loud on the speakers.
So like my female friends, especially the attractive ones, like I'll let them make sure they pop out, and then they just hang out with me the whole time.
oh, so you get to know each other.
the man's giving away the sauce. Okay.
No, like they're already my friends. Ayo.
So okay, but the question was like, are you getting
You
girls?
get like new bitches?
Yeah, as a DJ. Because us non-DJs get the impression that DJs do.
like you can, but it's like if you already have, what happens is like
When there's pretty girls around you, it attracts other pretty girls.
your pretty friends that you met through being a DJ, like they bring their other pretty friends. So technically, yes.
Okay.
But then they just become friends.
You know what's crazy? Pretty girls like pretty
Depends.
girls. Pretty girls like pretty girls more than like, not saying more than niggas do, but like,
Yeah.
pretty girls love being around other pretty girls. Or like,
100%.
Like,
Oh.
they like to be a
100.
group of pretty girls. You know what I'm
100.
saying? Like it's fucked.
100.
But Ayo, what was your week like?
Shit. I mean, the biggest highlight of my week was my mom. My mom's back in Canada.
Round of applause. Let's go. Yo, shout out to Ayo's mom.
So yeah, we've been, chilling. And then we're going to be going to the States next week. But other than that, I tried to get my mom into the gym on Thursday because that was the bring
a friend, yeah.
It was definitely an interesting experience.
Did you try to get your mom in the gym or did you get her into the gym?
I got her into the gym.
Okay.
But, I tried to get her to do my workout, but she just kind of quit halfway through.
I'm dead.
Nigga, you guys have different goals.
I mean, yes and no. So my goal for her. So okay.
My goal for her.
Yes,
Sick.
listen, because at the end of the day, she's my mom. I want her to be healthy, right? So her big goal is she wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to lose weight. But I'm like, on top of losing weight, I also want you to build some muscle mass. So in order to build muscle mass, you have to do some strength training. So I want to take you
On the
through.
first workout?
Well, she was going to the gym in South Africa, but she just does 10 minutes, 15 minutes cardio.
Sidebar. It's kind of off topic. But this kind of gets me curious. When it comes to you and your relationship with your mom, would you consider yourself a mama's boy?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Do you feel like I've seen women online have discourse about mama's boys and about how niggas be treating their moms better than their girlfriends and they be treating they be in a relationship and they be acting like their mom always comes before the family that they've started and whatnot. Do you feel like that could ever be a conflict in your relationships? Because some girls feel like it would be weird, if it's just damn, this nigga loves his mom too much.
Honestly, my goal would be I would try to establish that from the get go. So if
So
I
what are you gonna say? My mom is first. You don't
no, I
have
wouldn't
a chance.
say that, but
Holy.
but don't feel some type of way when sometimes I'm I make decisions with my mom in mind versus you or whatever, because it's gonna happen. It's not always gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
How about when you're married though?
Huh?
And when you're married, when you
I would hope that my spouse thinks about my mom close. It doesn't have to be the same level, but close to the same level. She doesn't mind the fact that.
I could respect that, but what I'm thinking of is what if there's a decision that's between you and your spouse, but your mom has something that differs from your spouse, but you maybe are indifferent about it. but your mom is the one who has the opinion that, you know, the deciding factor of something in a relationship. So it's basically your mom's decision versus your wife's decision. Your wife would probably feel like her decision making should be more important because she's the one in the relationship. But you'd probably do what you feel like your mom feels best doing.
The likelihood of that is very, very low because my mom is of the mindset that it's like, if it's not something that's very serious, then she's like, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I'll tell you what I think, but I don't really care. Like, you know, it's up to you. I'd rather pray about you making the decisions that I want you to make.
Okay, let me give you an example. What if you guys have a child, right? You and your future wife have a child, but she's very non-religious and you're very non-religious, but your mother is very religious, but she feels like your child should at least get baptized for her. Your wife is against it.
Against getting baptized.
Against your child getting baptized because she doesn't really subscribe. She feels like maybe Christianity isn't the best thing to subscribe to in her belief system.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So to the point where she feels like she doesn't want to indoctrinate her kid in that. So she doesn't want her kid to be baptized or christened or something like that.
We don't really necessarily do that, but I guess like the version that I would think about is like she wants to take them to church. And if my wife is super against that,
That's weird.
Yeah. I'm like, how did I not catch that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm what you would call agnostic. So I would hope that my spouse is also agnostic, because if you're very like anti other religions,
Like literally atheist or something.
yeah. If you're very anti other religions, then it's more of like a difference in mindset to me. But I would have to meet someone like that to kind of interact with them to know whether or not that throws me off, or I'm like, I don't mind it. But from the question, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, just going to church. I'm like, it's not like she's taking the kid away.
But in my opinion, the reason why I say that is like, you don't really care because you don't really care if your kid goes to church, right?
No. Well, yeah, I don't care if they want to go to church.
Okay,
like,
so if you don't care if your kid goes to church and your spouse doesn't want your kid to go to church, but the only one who wants your kid to go to church is your mom, why is it a big deal? Why can't you guys just make the decision based off of your parenting between you two, considering that it's something that both of you guys don't want to do? Why should your mom's opinion on your child's religious beliefs be that important where it should even be a problem?
I mean, if my kid wants to go, then I'm picking my mom.
Suppose your kid is 2 years old. They don't know if they want to go. That's what I'm saying. Is just
I
like
would
now,
say, I would say,
but like now you're the reason why I'm saying that could be an issue is because now you're choosing something based off something that you don't even really want to do.
But
it's not something. It's not something.
Again, it depends on the request.
He's just saying that like I wouldn't care if my mom wanted to take my child to church, but it's my spouse that's saying, no, I don't want your mom taking our child to church. So he is like more on the path of why is that a problem?
Yeah.
But whether why or not, I just think that if you don't care and your wife does care and she doesn't want it to happen, but your mom is the deciding factor in it happening or not, I feel like then your mom is then making decisions on behalf of your relationship that really has nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? So then that I can see a woman being upset, feeling like, oh yeah, this man lets his mom, like I'm basically dating his mom. She gets to decide all the decisions for our child. We get like, oh, even though he doesn't care, his mom is deciding decisions for our child. I think that's a very that's a possibility.
That sounds like it's now contingent like on everything that his mom decides wants to do with her grandkid.
No, I don't think it's everything. Why is it everything? If it's something specifically religious.
That's the again so just kind of dialing down into like the religion topic, right? I have a problem with my spouse being super against my kid ever going to church. Because now you're like, my problem is like you're taking away the agency from the child. Because what if the child goes to church with my mom and they like it and they're like, oh, Dad, let's go to church. Like I would want my kid to go. But if you're like, no. So for example, I saw a clip of a woman who wanted to homeschool her kids. She didn't like the educational system. So she didn't want her kids to go to school. But it was like a wife swap thing. So basically they went on a wife swap show. So she got swapped with a wife who was super education based, and then she went into their family, and then the education based like wife went into the family of the people who she didn't want the kids to go to school. So basically, after spending time with the lady, the kids were like, oh, we kind of want to try it out. Like we want to go, like we want to see what is going on, and we feel like we could benefit from it. But the mom is like, no, I'm a super against school, blah, 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 blah. Even the dad was like, shit, like let them, they want to, why not just let them try it? But she's like, no, it's my kids. I choose for you.
We're taking away the example that I was trying to give about your mom making decisions within your relationship.
No, I get that, but it's like,
so it's like it's not.
If it's an issue of like all the time, then I will put my foot down. But if it's like here and there, like I would hope that my spouse has a little bit of like give and take.
Yeah, I would hope so too. But I'm just wondering if you have the give and take to be like.
If my wife is like, no, I want it to be us all the time, I don't want anybody else to have an influence on what happens in the family, I have an issue with my wife. I guess that's the conclusion.
I didn't say that for all the time, but if there's certain decisions that are important to her and she feels like, what if it's, I don't want to say
I would have to, so that's the thing. I would have to find her reasoning reasonable. Like I would have to find it reasonable for me to agree with her. If I don't find it reasonable, then I have a problem with her because there's nothing reasonable to me about not letting the kids go to church once in a while.
I think if somebody doesn't subscribe to religion in certain ways and they don't want to indoctrinate their kids in that, then that's fair on the way they want to raise their kids. The same with if you dated somebody who was Muslim and they said that they don't want their kid to be raised in Christian beliefs, and then that could be an issue the same way. So that's why all I'm saying is that like I feel like we're changing it to what I'm talking about between the parent, the mother-son dynamic, saying, but like, and that's what I was trying to focus on. From my perspective, decision making within the mother-son dynamic.
But again, from my perspective, right, I don't see that as reasonable. But this is in the dynamic of our relationship, so we would have to kind of clarify that. But I don't see her decision, like her reasoning, as reasonable, right? Someone else might find it reasonable, but I don't find that reasonable. So we have to establish that if we can't come to terms on that, then like I don't think we're in a...
The kid's already here, bro. Huh? The kid's already born. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but like that...
the same problems are going to happen if you guys break up. So you guys are already there. So.
That might put some kind of... barrier in our relationship, a crack in our relationship. If
I was just wondering if that would be an issue.
Because I would hope that I'm able to reason with my partner and we can come to some kind of compromise or agreement. But if she's super strong-headed about certain things that I don't think are reasonable, then that might question this. Like all I would be asking myself is like, how the fuck did I miss this?
No, true.
Yeah.
Because I know I can be blindsided as fuck about shit. Like I'll be like, oh, she seems like someone who's okay with, for example, like during the dating phase and the marriage phase, we kind of thought that we were in agreement about how we're going to raise our kids. Right. And then the kids come
and then I'm like, all different.
Oh shit.
It'd be like that though.
Yeah.
You're not who I thought you were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did I get here?
Yeah. That's how relationships are.
That's one thing I do hear a lot from people is like, I think I actually had this conversation with Ayo before, but I do hear that it does happen a lot where, everything's fine and dandy and then a kid comes and then like
everything changes.
Yeah. Now everything changes.
Life is different when a kid comes into the picture.
Yeah.
The whole entire life and your dynamic is different because it revolves around different things.
So my hope is that I'm able to catch things like that, but I would have to be in that situation to know how to deal with that because somebody has to compromise. I feel like you would always choose
your mom's side.
Huh?
I feel like you
in certain situations.
I feel like 75% of the time you wouldn't side against your mom, even if it's with your wife.
It depends. Again, I'm just choosing what I feel is reasonable. If my mom's request I don't think is reasonable, I don't listen to my mom on everything. Like I call myself a mama's boy, but if you were to ask her, she would not agree with me.
I'm dead.
So true. Yeah. Is anybody gonna ask me about my week or what?
Yeah. So how was your week?
Yeah. How was your week?
Well, it was boring. I don't have much to say. I don't have much to say still. The drama that happened in my life, I told you off camera, but I can't really say it on camera, but that was kind of juicy.
But if you guys end up subscribing to our paid programs,
all I have to say is that women, they'll use you and abuse you.
Yeah. They be trifling.
I don't mind being used. Just don't abuse me. You know what I'm saying?
They be trifling.
I'm only a man. I'm just a guy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just a guy. A guy,
bro. Let's go.
One of the fucking statements that aggravate me the most when a woman does something trifling is like women in men's fields. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Oh gosh.
Like especially with cheating.
Yeah.
Wait, women in men's what?
Women in men's
Women
fields.
in men's fields.
Oh.
Oh, that's even piss me off. Because it's just you're making the assumption that men are the bad guys.
Cody James said if she's Latina, there's no reasoning.
I'm dead. But then, if she's a bad Latina, then it might be worth the bargain. I told you, hey, my first porn category was big booty Latina. That was the first. You watch Soul Plane?
Latin lover.
No, what is that?
You never watched Soul Plane? It was like one of Kevin Hart's first big movies.
No.
You never watched Soul
watched
Plane?
it, yeah.
Oh, I was talking about.
It's been a long time since I watched it. I'll have to watch it again. But
the Spanish thing had me in a headlock. What's her name? Forgot her name.
Fuck yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so for
Wagwan right now.
Yeah, Wagwan right now.
Wagwan.
So Wagwan, a man dies in a crash. Sorry.
Jeez.
Okay, let's be serious because somebody passed away.
Okay.
So man dies in crash at same intersection where he pushed for traffic light after wife's death. So from the Ox Talk, they reported that 82-year-old Gary Goldberg was killed in a car crash at the same intersection in Greenwood Village, Colorado, where his wife, Andy Goldberg, was struck and killed while jogging in 2024. After her death, Gary spent 2 years pushing city leaders to install a traffic light there to prevent another tragedy. On March 2nd, 2026, Gary died in a 2-car crash at the exact spot. The traffic signal he fought for had already been approved in safety studies, but still hasn't been installed and remains under review. The intersection sits between 2 jurisdictions, which seems to be causing the holdup.
Damn.
So, first of all, rest in peace to Gary and rest in peace to Andy.
Yeah.
Gary and Andy, rest in peace to them. I always feel like it's crazy when couples pass away in ominous ways. You ever hear of a heartbreak syndrome? When an old couple, one of them passes away, then the other one passes away not too long later just because their heart, they can't live without the person and shit like that. I feel like this is one of those spiritual type things where it feels like, to die in the same spot or to pass away in the same spot where your wife passed away. It's crazy. And the lack and the negligence on the city to install that light. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, that's I do hate seeing that kind of stuff because what it really comes down to, it's crazy to think about. Everything bad that happens in cities when it involves city stuff, it's just due to poor management. So it's just all poor management. The way that Barton Street is just mosh up all the time, it's literally just straight poor management.
You should work for the city, man.
I should not. Everyone's getting cussed, yo.
Yeah, see how far cussing a crack
from what I've heard, I think the way that the government is set up is that in order to avoid situations where someone has too much power, they set up a system where it's all fractionalized, kind of like you're stranded on an island and you can either have one person making other decisions or you have a council where it's oh, are we gonna go eat fish today or are we gonna go look for coconuts? And it's I don't think I want coconuts. I think I want fish instead. It's nah, I don't want fish. And then you're literally arguing back and forth. Hours are going back and niggas are starving versus okay, we're gonna eat fish. So I think that's kind of what happens. It helps a lot without with someone not having too much power, but it also makes things take a lot of time, which is what they said. It's the intersection sits between 2 jurisdictions, which seems to be causing the holdup. So someone's we want the traffic stop. It makes sense. But it's I don't think we have the budget for that. Let's wait till the point.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you next week.
Yeah. Okay, but take this in. So imagine you get licked by the car and die in the same spot where your old lady died a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And your body floats out from your corpse and you're looking down at the world and you're just yo, how who are you mad at? In that situation, you mad at the nigga who you got into the accident with? Are you mad at the city? Because I would be I always think about my last moments, God forbid. But if something like that something annoying like that happens to me, I'd be cheesed. I'd be cussing in the afterlife.
Can you imagine literally you're floating away? I told y'all niggas,
about this damn intersection.
Now look, stupid.
Fucking wiped out our whole fucking family. What the fuck?
Looking stupid now.
And he was 82 years old, bro.
Yeah, he lived a long life.
Yeah, facts.
Nah, bro, you can't go out like that.
But you can't go out like that.
You can't go out like that.
Can't go out like that.
But
I mean, technically, I really, really don't want this to sound like a joke, but he proved his point.
Yeah, he did.
Yo,
Which is
the man's last words was, told y'all niggas.
Told y'all niggas. What I tell you, or if like they have an accent, hey, what I tell you.
I hope his family sues the shit out of those
Bro,
jurisdictions.
they are getting bread. Are you crazy?
Yeah, real shit.
That whole bloodline better never have to work in their life.
Facts.
You know what it is? Every time I see something about suing the government or suing like the city,
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, suing the city. I always see a comment. It's like, that's not fair to the taxpayers because the people that are actually paying it is the taxpayers, not the causers of the incident.
Bro, we don't get to control what the fuck we do with our tax money anyways. We're gonna pay it no matter what. So whoop-de-doo, bro.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, wouldn't you get mad like you're paying taxes to get
I'm not one of those niggas. I'm paying all these taxes.
Listen. You're paying taxes
It is
to
annoying,
get
though.
the Barton roads fixed. You're like, I'm paying taxes. I expect the Barton roads to be fixed. But instead, because of poor police management, niggas are dying. So then they have to keep sending settlements to people's families.
Nah, but at the end of the day,
I see what you mean.
But the problem is we don't have a control of any of our tax dollars, no matter where they go anywhere.
But you can still be mad and complain about it.
Okay, have
but-
emotions.
Okay, but like to me, that's just a waste of emotions, in my opinion. You're wasting your time.
That's a lot coming from you.
I feel like if enough people are mad about something, you could protest, bro.
Fam, they will never allow us to decide what our tax dollars are being used for. So personally, for me,
Yeah, I
I
know.
choose just not to get mad over something that we could just never ever control. Like, we
You could protest against the police. What's it called? Police training. You'd be like, train the police properly. They're wasting money on.
Fam, I feel like that's kind of like that's kind of hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go hate on the police niggas getting their bread. I'm gonna be like, yo, fam, we need more bread over here. I'm not gonna tell you where to get the bread from, but we need more bread over here. That type of shit. Because I feel like that's player hating. If you're like, yo, take their bread and give it to us. They don't need that.
It's not even about that. It's like, train these guys because they're wasting the bread that's supposed to be going.
But that
here.
had nothing to do with the car crash.
I mean, it could.
The police had nothing to do with the car crash. All I'm trying to say is that in that situation, it's like I don't get mad at I don't ever spend time being like, oh, but my taxpayer dollars, because technically our taxpayer dollars is supposed to go like, I just got to be mad at the whole entire system. Like, why is daycare so expensive? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is like housing so expensive? Like,
Why do I have to pay for parking at the hospital?
So if I could just have to say like, yo, our tax dollars, that could be the answer for every single problem that I have in life that's just gonna, in this country. So it's just a waste of time to just be like, oh, the whole tax dollars things, because I know that they're never gonna make it. Like, imagine there was an app. I think J. Cole said this. He said, imagine there was an app where we all got to like, okay, they said, okay, mandatory 50% of your taxes, but within this 10% budget, you could decide where you want it to go, whether it's the education, whether it's the roads, whatever this little free fund of
Type
where
shit.
we want to like, distribute our tax dollars towards. If we got to vote within an app or some shit like that about our tax dollars, that would be beneficial. But the government will never, ever, 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 ever let that happen. That's why they spend billions of dollars on fucking war. You know what I'm saying? U.S. is warring Iran right now. They're going to spend bare money on a war for fucking Israel.
Didn't we send bare money to Ukraine too?
Yeah, but then there's also international laws and shit. So when it comes to like, our deal with the UN, they're gonna be like, okay, we're supporting these people, so all of us, do we have a budget for our international fucking I forgot what the actual budget thing's called or whatever. But yeah, there's a budget where we have to help the world. You know what I'm saying? We have a budget for that type of shit. We might be going over the budget, but they might be like, okay, our greater interest globally is this, so we can't really worry about the niggas within our country who can't who can't get a job, because we're worrying about our global interest. So that's why they would never ever let us. There's things that our budget's probably going towards that we don't even know.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
But don't you think that the message then should be people should become more educated about stuff like that so that we can take back agency?
In my opinion, like, I think that there might need to be a revolution, but we're all too pussy. Because we need to tear down the whole system and be like, nah, this shit's fucked up. We need to redo this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll need the truckers.
But I don't think that, like, mans of this generation, we're not ready to die about it. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they was ready to die about that. You know what I'm saying? You say, you raise tax on tea from 2% to 3%?
Like, nah.
Nah, we're ready to die about that. We're dying about that. Like, nah. I'm crashing out. Straight crashing out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fucking dead.
But speaking of crashing out,
oh, shit.
our next subject is ASAP Rocky and Rihanna on property when shots fired at home.
That's crazy.
So A$AP Rocky and Rihanna were reportedly on their property when shots were fired at their Beverly Hills, California home over the weekend. New details have emerged following the shooting that took place at the famous couple's mansion on Sunday, March 8th. On Tuesday, March 10th, the Los Angeles Times reported that Rocky and Riri were in the Airstream camper on the property when nearly a dozen shots were fired from a parked car in front of their home. Sorry. Police sources tell LAT, Los Angeles what?
I don't know.
That bullets struck the Airstream, the home, and a neighbor's house, but no one was injured. They easily could have been hit, the official said. It said Ivana Ortiz was arrested. Scroll down.
Oh.
Ivana Ortiz was arrested for the shooting. Oh, that's a lot.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't realize. Oh, shit.
Oh,
okay.
Shit. I'm not reading all of that. Play that.
Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Grande is live outside the singer's home in Beverly Glen with the very latest. Carlos?
Well, we now know the name of the suspect who allegedly shot into Rihanna's home. She is identified as 35-year-old Ivana Lisette Ortiz from Florida. And we also know Rihanna was at home when the gunfire started.
Wesley unit, shooting just occurred. 10 gunshots fired from the vehicle. EPR believes the shots came from across the street of the upper gate. The PR does not have visual. No further additional 192.
Dirty house.
There you heard the police call saying the gunfire came from a car across the street. And today you can see the bullet holes on the gate that have been taped over. Police say there were multiple shots fired into the home, and we're told Rihanna was here, but nobody was hurt. Several rounds hit the outside of the home as well as a vehicle parked out front. Sources say the weapon allegedly used was an AR-style gun. At least 2 other homes on the block also had bullet holes.
Wait, she spun the block with a chopper?
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck? Nah, these Chris Brown fans be wild. I'm joking. But like,
Now in the
Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry.
The audio, police are also heard saying the suspect's Tesla was followed by an LAPD helicopter into a mall parking garage in Sherman Oaks, where she was pulled over and arrested by patrol units. Now, Rihanna has 3 children with her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky. It's unclear if he and the children were home at the time of the shooting. Investigators are even trying to determine the motive and whether the suspect even knew that Rihanna lived here. Now, as you said, the suspect is now booked for attempted murder. Bail has been set at more than $10 million.
oh, she's cooked. She's cooked, bro.
ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Wait, scroll down.
30 means scroll down to
the comments.
Oh no! I just wanted to see. I was just reading it. But yeah, I'm just thinking, like, why?
Yeah, why?
Well, if you go to the next slide,
Oh,
or the next page, it gives a little bit of a more of a breakdown. Thought you would have had all this open, but okay. Go to the other slides.
the next?
I think previous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go to the first one. That's the
Oh,
shorty.
shit. Okay.
ew.
Wait, zoom out.
So she was making mad videos on Instagram about Rihanna and shit before she did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
So the woman who was identified for firing shots at Rihanna's home left disturbing posts on social media about the singer. Your turn hiding, bitch. I didn't watch this, by the way.
To literally throw a ray of, what is it? A ray of force at me to push me down. I don't want you, and you don't go there. And you know what? God's judgment is going to be overwhelming against you when he grabs you and throws you down. I've already seen it. You saw Rihanna. You saw her picture. She has a very big forehead and an ugly, ugly nose. That's God's judgment on her. I keep telling her to stop harassing me. To stop harassing me. And she keeps doing it. She keeps harassing me. And I already bought stock in Ulta, and I have staked in Ulta. So now those energies can't harass me when I go into Ulta anymore. When I go into Ulta, the devil tries to antagonize me or instigate against.
There's a couple slides. Go to the next one.
I gotta read this comment first. This is how I sound in the shower making up fake argument scenarios.
I gotta read this comment first. Box gotta be fire.
That was what I was thinking the whole time.
Yo,
like
she
my
probably
next
has a
question was
fire
like, would you
Gucci.
hit this? Because I don't know. It just seems crazy.
You know what? I bought steak in there and I said, you know what, forget you. This is mine too. You're not going to be throwing bad energy at me when I'm coming to the store.
What? What?
Yo, stop.
That is girl math.
That's not good, man. That's crazy, man, bro. This girl is
She said
crazy.
you're not gonna be throwing bad energy at me when I come to the store.
like,
what are you talking
Bro,
about?
she's crazy. I don't know why
Oh,
we're
no,
taking
they're
this girl
not fiery
seriously, bro.
Or maybe they are. They are fiery ants. They're from Satan, aren't they?
That's what I'm telling you. She's crazy.
Satan. He just wants to kill something beautiful. Just like his Rihanna. They just want to kill something beautiful. But they can't.
Where the fuck she get an AR from?
Yo.
Probably Walmart in the United States.
Yeah, I was gonna say California is open carry. So like,
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it Los
Jesus
Angeles and
Christ.
California?
yeah.
Is it open carry for real? 'Cause
Yeah.
Isn't that where Tory's doing 10 years for even touching a gun?
He's Canadian. You have to be a U.S. citizen to be able to possess a gun.
I thought Los Angeles was mad strict on gun laws, bro.
I don't think
mean,
so.
the quick Google
Yeah,
search.
quick Google.
I'm pretty
Google
sure
search.
California is not a open carry.
Are you sure, bro?
I'm not sure. We're Canadian. Any Americans watching?
California gun laws.
So the nation's strictest gun laws.
Okay, I'm talking shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're mad, like California and New York and shit. Like
Yeah.
they're like here.
But
I'm
the point
dead.
wasn't it something about open carry? This still doesn't say if it's open carry or not.
No,
it's
if
the
it says
strictest gun
strictest,
laws,
that
it does
means
not
like that
have
you're
open carry.
yeah. Because it's like, look, if I were to look up Georgia, let me put it back up on the screen. If I'm to search Georgia,
You're not typing anything.
Ole. Georgia.
Constitutional carry laws allowing residents 21 plus, 18 plus for military to carry concealed or open handguns
carry.
without a license.
Yeah.
God damn it. They said, fuck it, just come to the store, show us your ID, and you're good,
You're
bro.
good.
But yeah,
And no, they're not.
But yeah,
we don't need to hear too much about
We don't
what
need
she
to
has
hear
say.
no more.
I got a question though. I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to ask. Smash or pass?
Smash, 100%.
You answered a little bit too quickly for me, bro.
Honestly, as soon as I found out she was crazy, like everything that she was saying went in one ear and went out the other, and I was like, damn.
She said, I just restricted that stupid bitch Kim Kardashian. I'm already through with Rihanna. Your turn hiding, bitch. Stop begging for a look. Yo. Send this everywhere. They are done. Yo, she been bugging for a while. That's December 20th, 2025.
Yeah. You know, actually, why are we laughing about this? This is a very serious matter because we are
Because it
looking
didn't
at
happen to us.
Huh?
Because it didn't happen to us.
Yeah, and also like there are again, she didn't really do anything, but there are like she is exhibiting the craziness of someone who is at school. You know,
Yeah, fair.
them niggas do the same shit.
But to be fair, if this was on the Boondocks, we would laugh.
100%.
So we can't just try to make every single serious situation like act like there's no comedy within it. Nobody died. I try not to make jokes on people's expense when someone died. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But considering that everybody's safe, I think that gives me a little bit more room to be like, yo, this is a fucking funny ass story, bro.
Yeah. Have you've never heard that whole thing where it's like, as long as your homeboy didn't die, all jokes
All
are on the
jokes
table.
fly, bro.
All jokes are on
All
the table.
jokes fly. As long as he didn't die. You could be a damn near paraplegic, bro.
As long as you can hear, as long as you can hear me, yeah, you're hearing it.
Especially if you were a cuck, jokes, man.
Oh my
God.
All right. What else is going on? Well, something very crazy in the NBA.
I wanted Mikey to be here for this one, so fuck you, Mikey, for flopping on us.
Yeah.
I don't like the no heads up saying like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't make it. At least, you
So
know what I'm saying?
are we gonna like swipe to the first slide or what?
Oh, true.
I'll be forgetting like whatever I copy it on.
Yeah, that it sends it as like whatever you were on when you. Yeah.
This is gonna kind of suck to talk about in a little bit, only because like y'all niggas don't know ball.
I know a bit of ball.
Just give us the breakdown.
know
Just
a bit of ball.
make it a good, short, sweet breakdown.
It's pretty simple. Bam Adebayo, he scored 83 points in a single game. That's the second most points ever scored in an NBA game in history.
The only other person that scored more than this, it was so far back in the day that it's hard to even find the footage.
There's no footage. Wilt Chamberlain. He scored 100 points in a game in like the fucking 60s or 70s or some shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bam. Why this is interesting is because he is a good player. He's an all-star, but he's not
like
a scorer.
He's like a B-list.
Okay.
He's not even a B-list. I would say he's like a C-list probably, but like he's respected. But if you were to say that Bam would have been the one to score this amount of points, like he averages like 16 points.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. But he was just on fire that game.
Well, there was so much things that happened at the right time in terms of like the injuries of like the players on his team that didn't play, the better players on his team that didn't play, and then the better players on they played a horrible team, which also their best players didn't play either. So Anthony Davis didn't play on the Washington Wizards, and Trae Young didn't play on the Washington Wizards.
Trae Young's on the Washington Wizards?
He just got traded not too long ago, but he's injured.
Oh, yeah, and there was that whole big thing about how the man actually left like right after the game. We're like, all right, guys. Like,
I don't even know if I've seen that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Bam Adebayo. There's been lots of controversy about the way he got to 83 because he scored half of his points at the free throw line. There was like 40-something points on the free throw line. So then people are criticizing the officiating. And then also when he seen that it was in sight for him to beat Kobe's 81-point record, there was a lot of they would like foul to get an extra possession.
Yeah.
So they call that unethical basketball because like you weren't just playing ball to score those hoops. It's like once you seen that you were able to beat the record, my team would foul the other team when I didn't need to foul them so we could get the possession and they were up by like 30 the whole game.
Yeah.
So they were winning. He didn't need to
he didn't need to snap.
Yeah. So there's been mixed reviews on the respect for this 83 hasn't been the same respect that like when Kobe scored 81, there's not a single person who disrespected that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This has been questionable. So here's the reactions from people around the league to Bam Adebayo's 83 points.
I'm gonna say it's definitely legendary. The box score, right? The number, but and shout out to Bam, right? You know, he's just implemented himself in history, and I'm kind of salty that he bested Kobe. It's one of my favorite players for sure. But I'm gonna just say this, man. Joel did it efficiently, and he did it in 3 quarters.
Joel Embiid, another one of your African brothers, he scored 70 points a few seasons ago, but he did it in 3 quarters and he did it efficiently. So that was his point about he didn't score 83, but he scored 70, much better. So people are criticizing the way he got to 83 points
because they took out Embiid after 3rd quarter, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that. But it was like literally the man is like. It was like a minute and 30 seconds left in the fucking 4th quarter, and he's still trying to like get to it.
Yeah, he was kind of stat padding in order to get to it. You know, he didn't like actually like do it.
He didn't like dominate and like.
There's been a lot of comparisons to Kobe's 81-point game and how he got to 81 versus
how this guy got to
he got to 83. Okay. So here's the coach of the Houston Rockets.
I don't know if you saw that Bam Adebayo had 83 points tonight. I'm sure you know Bam. What are your thoughts on that and such a historic night?
Yeah, I mean, first thing you think is how, not because of him, but because of the way he plays, And I saw only made 6 threes, but 40 free throws or something like that. Tells the story right there. And the Washington Wizards.
GG. So if you're Bam,
oh shit,
right? How are you feeling? With everybody kind of...
I don't give a fuck. I scored 83 points. If I was Bam. But let's see the rest of the reactions. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's all love. That's all love. I respect KD for that.
Yeah.
Able to do. I walked in and I saw the score. He was at the free throw line, and I saw the score. And they've been playing great basketball lately. And I said to my coaching staff, he was rolling. And they all kind of looked at each other. They're like, are you kidding right now? I was like, no, what's up? They're like, they're 36 and 28 or whatever they are. They're getting ready to be 37 and 28. And Bam has 77. And I was like, huh? And then I watched the last 3 minutes, and that was a different type of basketball.
Jeez.
In the fourth quarter, it turned into not a real basketball game. Wizards head coach Brian Keefe on tonight's game versus Miami Heat. And that is a fact.
See that Bam Adebayo had 83 points.
They told me when I came in here. A couple people texted me about it too. But yeah, I don't really care.
Okay. What's hilarious is I don't even know who that is.
Me neither.
Vic, did you see Bam at 83 tonight? And does that give you any inspiration to go for some of the bigger scoring numbers in league history? Yeah, so
he's French.
I think we're playing a league where there's plenty of inspiration to look up to. But yeah,
is he reading his response over paper?
That's a straight backhand.
Yo,
it's like, bro, there's a lot of inspiration.
After a man scores near 100 points, bro, that's crazy.
Campaign. That's a hard name. I just took that in. Campaign.
Oh,
that's hard.
Okay.
His parents cooked with that.
Bam can't take my night. Shout out to Bam. I'm a big time Kobe fan. That's huge for anyone to score that many points in a game, but I'm taking it. This is my night. March 10th, this is all me. And that's because the nigga scored 32 points and 10 assists and 8 threes. So he had a good game, but it wasn't that type of good game.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I had a good game.
If you do know,
this is what I agree with the most.
Was to it.
I heard guys 83, incredible. Speaks volumes in his hard work. I haven't seen the game. I have to watch the game and see.
36 of 43 from the line.
Free throws?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you get there. All that matters is that you got it. Like in 10, 20, 30 years from now, nobody's going to remember how many free throws he shot. I don't think I remember how many shots Kobe shot or how many free throws he made or threes. All you remember is 81, Wilt, 100. You don't remember that, so at the end of the day he got 83 points and obviously did they won?
They did win.
Good. Great way to help your team win a game. I know that it's family, it's close friends. They're extremely excited and happy.
Pause it for a sec.
And again, speaks.
Do you know how to say his name?
Adetokunbo.
Say his first and last name.
Oh, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay, you heard it before, eh?
Oh, fucking
it's a Yoruba name, I think.
You think so? They call him the Greek freak, not the African freak. Jokes.
It's like if I started playing basketball and they called me the Canadian freak, it doesn't still discount the fact that I'm also Nigerian.
Okay,
got you there, brother.
I don't know where he's from. That's a continuation of the clip. Okay, so Bam finished with 83 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 7 out of 22 three-pointers. Horrendous. 36 out of 43 free throws and on 20 out of 43 field goal percentage. So that means that he probably shot around 48%, 47% or some shit like that.
You know what niggas would say about the stats? It's like, damn, you did all that, couldn't even get a double-double.
Nah, Kobe didn't even. I think Kobe had 2 assists.
Well, Kobe never passed.
He also, he got 9 rebounds. He was 1 rebound away from a double-double. So
that's hard.
But go to the next slide, and you're going to see the comparison between Kobe and Bam's games on the score sheet.
Okay. One moment, please, as this loads. And here you go.
Yeah. So Kobe's 81 versus Bam's 83. It looks like the only thing Bam beat him in rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. So an all-around game stuff. But Kobe did it on 20 free throws. He hit 18 of 20 free throws. He went 28 of 46 from the field, and he hit 7 of 13 three-point field goals. So he had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 steals, 1 blocks out of 42 minutes. So they both played 42 minutes, and Kobe took less shots, or they took around the same amount of time. Kobe took more shots. Kobe took 46 shots, and he hit 28.
Yeah.
Bam took 43 shots, and he hit 20. And then Kobe only took 13 threes and he hit 7. So he hit more than half of his threes. And Bam hit 7, but out of 22 threes, he took almost double the amount of threes.
Yeah.
You know, so in the comparison, I'm gonna keep it a buck about how I feel about this. Take it off the screen.
Yep.
I'm kind of salty still because Kobe's my guy.
Fam.
Kobe's my guy.
Okay.
Kobe.
And like, I think the way you got to the 83 does matter.
It does.
Because the way that I see it, Kobe, if you watch Kobe's game, they were losing by 20. And Kobe got them back in the game and ended up beating them by like 20, all because of Kobe. They were throwing triple teams at him the whole entire game. They could not stop him. They had every single person on the court try to guard the man. They could not stop him. It was just unstoppable basketball. This was just like, okay, you got a weak team on a weak night, on an opportunistic night, and they played horrible defense because they didn't start double teaming him until like they seen, oh, he could pass Kobe. Then they started going hard on guarding him. But before that, he got to 70 with a breeze. You know what I'm saying? And then the unethical hoops at the end, I do think that's kind of whack. Like, you know, I feel like it's just not the same. But at the same time, I don't want to take anything away from the stat of like having the stamina to score 83, have to even be in the right situation for the stars to align. I would do it. I would do the unethical things. I would do exactly what he did. But in terms of people who don't respect it as much, I can completely understand why they wouldn't respect it as much.
That's fair.
But shout out to Bam Adebayo for putting up historic numbers.
Shout out to Bam.
Crazy.
I guess my question is, time from now, do you think that people will be talking about his record, or do you think people will still be talking about Kobe's record?
Both, realistically, because nobody else has really gotten that high. And like the number, before I even knew who Wilt Chamberlain was, I knew that there was a nigga named Wilt Chamberlain who scored 100 points. Like whenever you said Wilt Chamberlain, I would be like, oh, the guy who scored 100. I knew him for that before I even knew any of his other stats or awards or anything. He was the guy who scored 100. When Kobe scored 81, like that was like so legendary that we couldn't even like. He's known as the guy who scored 81, 100%. Bam, his name is going to be forever solidified in NBA history when otherwise it probably wouldn't have been. And fun fact, do you guys know who he's dating?
Glorilla, or sorry, not Glorilla. Someone famous.
He's dating Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson is like the Michael Jordan of the WNBA.
Oh, wow.
We talk about Caitlin Clark a lot, but like she's actually not the best in the WNBA. The best in the WNBA is actually Asia Wilson, and she's like she has like fucking like 4 MVPs or some shit like that. She just won the championship again, I'm pretty sure, or like if it wasn't last year, it was like not too long ago. She's won a championship and MVP. She's like the best player in the WNBA currently. Like by like solidified. She's the LeBron of the WNBA. So seeing that as a basketball couple, that she gets to go home to her man who's respected in the NBA, but he's not the LeBron of the NBA. Seeing that he has an all-time feat, their kid, I hope that they have a kid together that's like gonna be mad tall, because he's mad tall too. He plays like a post position. He's not a guard.
Oh shit.
You know, he's a big man. So him doing that, and her, she's a big woman in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? In the WNBA. So I would like to see them together have a little super baby. You know. So shout out to Bam.
Shout out to Bam.
Kobe's was better, but Bam is still going to be remembered forever.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of so like the world record for like a deadlift is 510 kg. So it's like, oh, it's half a ton. But the first person to do it will always be remembered because he was the one that solidified the fact that human beings can do it. It's kind of like the guy that ran the 4-minute mile. So people thought they couldn't do it. But as soon as the guy broke through that barrier, everybody was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the nigga who was able to hold his breath for like 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas be in Shark Tanks holding their breath for mad long and shit. And then they realize they could be doing it. They're like, oh, another nigga's like, oh, I can do it too.
Oh, I can do it too.
Yeah. So like, I feel like Wilt Chamberlain is that guy.
But that was in such an older time when he was like 6'10" and everybody else was like 5'10".
Yeah.
So it's like they give him a little bit less respect. But the fact that he was able to do it at all with no threes was impressive. But yeah, and we never seen it, so it's hard.
Yeah,
we don't even know what it looks like when Wilt did it. But Wilt Chamberlain has like, if you don't know who Wilt Chamberlain is, like he has the records. Every record that anybody could beat right now, is held by Wilt Chamberlain, and you just got to get the second.
That's crazy.
Like he
basically like with Wayne Gretzky too.
He had averages where it's like, oh, we averaged 40 points a game, 50 points a game, and shit like that. 30 blocks a game, 30 rebounds.
Shit. Was it a nigga or was it?
Yeah, he's a nigga. He died though.
Okay.
He passed away, and apparently he had like he's known for having like slept with like thousands of women or some shit like that.
Holy
but like
shit,
he
that
was
was ballin'.
He only had 3 rings. But he went up, like the guy who won the most championships of all time is Bill Russell. He has 11.
Yeah.
And he was rivals with Wilt Chamberlain. So Wilt Chamberlain was the guy getting all the buckets, but he played for teams that weren't as good. But Bill Russell played for the Boston Celtics in their prime when they were winning every year. But keep in mind, back then, they only had like 8 teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So they were facing less teams.
Yeah.
The whole game was different. But yeah, that's enough of our little NBA lore that we don't really usually get to.
Boosie.
Wait, before you play this,
I
have to give context because nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, Boosie speaks on Kodak Black.
There's been Boosie and Kodak beefing, and they've been beefing all day today and everything too.
Okay.
But there's just too many videos.
One of them ones.
And this video itself is like 3 minutes long. So we're not going to watch the whole thing. I just wanted to give a gist of it, right?
Yeah.
And we could go through Academics' Instagram because if you just keep on scrolling, you're going to see the videos, replies back to each other and everything.
Yeah.
And that'll help us kind of get through it because I do not want to watch this
all
whole
the
thing,
back
you know
and
what I'm
forth
saying?
and thing on thing.
So give a little play of what Boosie has to say.
Here we go.
Looking like you drugging and thugging, nigga. See Kodak on here.
Kodak on there?
Kodak Joseph bad on the nigga.
Kodak asked me to get in the gym.
Hey, bitch, you need to get in the gym, Kodak.
That's fucked.
Bitch, you ducking all on stage, bitch. Bitch, you ducking. Bitch, you finna
They've been
fall
beefing
out
for a
on
while,
stage,
by the
bitch.
way.
You
Is
talking
there
about
like
me, bitch, you ducking.
do you have any
You
history
shake
as
back
to
too,
what started the
motherfucker.
beef?
I barely can make it up the stairs, man. I'm told.
When Kodak
I
did the
still
feature
feel
with 6ix9ine,
disrespected,
that's what
buddy.
started it.
You ain't clean your face.
Okay.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I feel disrespected, nigga.
So Boosie's Kodak's in the
every time you
comments
say
talking shit
something
to
about me,
Boosie, and Boosie's responding.
I don't feel disrespected. That shit ain't nothing to me though, nigga. I don't give a fuck you feel disrespected. I spoke how I felt about the situation, nigga. Fuck. You know you wasn't supposed to fuck with that. And I ain't gotta clean my face for nobody, Kodak.
pause
Bro, I'm
it.
a gangster.
So basically, he said, you were supposed to do that is because Kodak did a feature with 6ix9ine for $1 million. 6ix9ine paid Kodak $1 million to do a feature because no other rapper wanted to do a feature with 6ix9ine because he snitched.
What song was it?
It was it's called like Ta Ta La La Baby GG, some weird ass title that 6ix9ine names it as.
Well, I actually like that song. I think
What?
it's Fifi.
No, it's not Fifi.
No.
I'm just saying that all his title names are named something stupid like that.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, that's the one with Nicki Minaj. Fifi's the
Yeah.
one. That song actually goes
I actually
hard.
like the song with Kodak on it because it has some fake Tory Lanez on the hook, like some nigga who
God.
sounds like Tory Lanez, but he's not Tory Lanez, but has a sick hook.
Okay.
He was on it, and Kodak, it was a good song. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, because Boosie is a certified street nigga. Lots of people look at Boosie for a lot of their street values.
Yeah.
That Boosie didn't respect Kodak for that decision because you're not supposed to work with a rat because people look at Kodak like the next Boosie, a real nigga. But go to Academics' Instagram so we could see the other videos.
Oh, what the fuck?
Why weren't we
Why
logged
is
in?
it? Yeah, that's what. Oh, because I'm on this.
Yeah, so this basically spiraled into a larger conversation because Boosie then I could just fuck it. Don't even worry about it. Boosie basically exposed Kodak for being on PC when he was in the feds.
Oh,
Nigga, I get mad when I see you looking like you.
Yeah, and Kodak also been on drugs, so he's been kind of drugged out. So Boosie been making fun of him for doing drugs. Kodak posted a video of Boosie doing something like fruity on like some movie set or some shit like that.
Nigga, I get mad when I see you.
Yeah, damn, bro.
And Kodak said something about Boosie dissing Lil Wayne
Nigga, I
for
get
taking
mad
a
when I
pardon
see you
by
looking
Trump,
like you drugging
whatever. And
and
he just like,
fucking,
yeah,
nigga. See, Kodak
Lil
on
Wayne's
here.
never really been for our people like
Kodak
that. He's been
Joseph
always
bad on the
more
nigga.
money before black. He's been rich before black, so he didn't
Hey,
expect
bitch, you need
Lil
to
Wayne
get
to
in the
hold up
gym,
those
Kodak.
values. But then when Boosie got into legal trouble, he was there
Bitch,
on
you
Twitter
ducking all
calling
on
for Trump,
stage,
saying, "Yo,
bitch.
Trump, please pardon me." Like he was
Bitch,
trying to
you
fuck with Trump
ducking. Bitch, you
hard
fall
because he
out
was
on
trying to get a
stage.
pardon, you know.
That's hilarious.
So that was a
Talking
good
about
point
me.
by Kodak. And then Boosie basically said that every real nigga never went to PC, all the real nigga celebrities. So he named every single celebrity that he could think of that went to the feds that didn't go on PC. Do you know what PC is? PC is protective custody.
Okay.
So when you go to jail, they want you to go take the main yard. They don't care that you're famous. You need to be in prison with the other prisoners. If you take protective custody, you're going to be with all the diddlers and shit, like you know, all the PDFs and other.
Basically,
snitches
if you go PC, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Not wrong with being a bitch if you could be alive.
Nah. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You went to PC. If you're trying to be
Would
a
you
gangster,
rather be? Would you rather
be a gangster?
Would you rather be a dead real one or an alive bitch?
So, me, if I did the crime and I really do have to go to jail, nah, I'm probably not going to go to PC.
What if you're famous?
Nah.
And also,
what's the difference?
Okay, look.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Tory Lanez got stabbed 10 times.
That's what I'm saying. Would you rather be
What's
a
the
real,
difference?
dead real one or an alive bitch?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I might just rat to not go to jail.
Fam, in Kodak's situation, there was no one to rat on.
Oh, well.
There was no one to rat on.
Don't go to jail.
Nah. At the end of the day, okay, so there was more things because they were going back and forth, exposing each other and just getting at each other, right? So another thing is like other rappers started getting involved and saying their opinion on rappers going to PC.
Okay.
And Young Thug tweeted saying that it might have been a smart decision to go to PC.
Of course, Young Thug said.
You know what I'm saying? And he's kind of lost all his street credibility since he came out of jail.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with him. I think that everything is a case-by-case basis. Now, take this in. What I've heard is that Kodak had beef. This was LA feds, like feds in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I heard that because Kodak Black said some things. You know, remember when Nipsey died and then Kodak tried to holler at Lauren London?
Yeah.
And he was like saying disrespectful things towards Nipsey that were interpreted as disrespectful.
Yeah.
The Crips, the Rolling 60s Crips, they don't really take fawn to that. So if he's going to the feds where it's Crip and Blood gangland and then they don't like Kodak, Kodak has pull in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Not in LA. So if there's gang politics where the Crips want to get you and then you're going to have to align and choose sides and like live like an actual gang lifestyle that you probably just want to sit down and do your time and get by, that's fucking with the shit. So in that situation, when you know you're going to have politics on general population and you know that lots of famous people go to PC anyways because they're just so fucking famous. So would you, I'm not going to lie, in his situation, I might go to PC too. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not I'm not known to be no fucking super gangster.
Yeah, because at the same time, it's like, my nigga, you're rich. Like, you have stuff to go home to.
You know, he made it out. He's fine. He survived. Like, at the end of the day, I seen the realest tweet by Carlos Millers the nigga from, he's a comedian. So he said these niggas is really arguing about which part of the jail they were in.
I'm fucking dead. That's
like,
so
niggas
true.
are there. Like, Boosie's really passionate about this. He's just like, yo, you a PC. You could never call yourself a real nigga. Like, niggas take this PC shit like seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if it was like, if I got locked up right now, I'm not going PC. You know what I'm saying? But if I was in a situation where niggas wanted to kill me and I know that I'm in a place where I don't have a lot of allies, then I'll probably take PC.
I'll have to go PC.
You know? But that's a fucked up situation. I think that the realest part of this situation was Carlos Miller saying these niggas are arguing about what part of the jail that they were in. Like, nigga, you in jail.
Was there another one that you wanted to see from Axe?
I think he's kind of covered.
I just kind of summarized it all. But if you want to, like, if you wherever you see Boosie's face, you're gonna see like, you know, like Boosie right there.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? we were
josing on set. That ain't even in the movie. I'm a great actor. Because Kodak posted this. That was Kodak Black's story, and he was making fun of the way Boosie was acting.
Oh shit! My bad. I turned this down because it was annoying me. Fuck. Okay. All right.
Do you have a firearm on my plane?
No.
Okay, man. I'm not going down, man. I'm gonna tell it all, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna tell your first name and your last, man. I'm not going down, man. I can't do a night. That'll let you know what I'm gonna do.
When Southern niggas speak proper, it always surprises me.
So funny.
I said I can't do a night, mister. So if you jump on my plane and you're strapped, You're gonna be strapped to the electric chair when I finish telling.
Yo, I'm down.
That's hilarious, bro.
Do you have a firearm on my plane?
Jokes. Holy. But okay, so yeah, so there's that, and so Boosie's beefing the man about going PC, and mans are saying, well, I don't have any pull in this jail, so I'm going PC.
Yeah, it's just been all day beef. Like, I'm pretty sure
it's just dumb shit, bro. Sounds like dumb shit.
Well, it's not dumb shit. People are really passionate about this.
Yeah, I mean,
like the street
retrospect, it's like
to us normies, us citizens, us civilians. Yes, we think that this is a very stupid thing to fucking fight over.
Yeah,
but some niggas take this shit for ridiculous. You PC goof.
Yeah, honestly,
PC goof.
With the comment thing, I don't know why, but like, what kind of came to my mind when you said the whole like Carlos thing was. Like, imagine niggas arguing about what type of slave you are.
Holy.
Well, I would rather be a host. If I got to be inside, you gotta make some dinner. It's better than being in the cornfields. You know what I'm saying?
That honestly, I don't know why, but that was literally what I thought about. When it was like, why are these niggas arguing?
You can't talk about slavery. Your people didn't experience it. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Damn.
Imagine.
That's fucked. All right. So next up,
have you guys seen this?
No, I don't think I have.
Y'all niggas don't see anything on the internet.
Our algorithms are different, fam.
Ari Lennox is beautiful. That would be an example of our off-camera conversation of a conventionally beautiful
black woman.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ari Lennox is like, you know, she doesn't seem like a unattainable, like you never seen nothing like that before, but she's just like genuinely beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So that's your type. You'd wife that?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have a thing for toxic energy, so I think there's still some more healing that I need to do, because when I look back on all of these energies, it's a shame I gave them so much time and there were sweet energies that I didn't. And so now I see those sweet energies getting married and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me if I recognized the security in those individuals at the time. And like now I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong.
What do you think it is that attracts you to like toxic energy?
I think they just seem really exciting at first. The chemistry is incredible. And they don't even always be fine. It's not even that like they're sexy or something. I mean, well, they're sexy, but they don't be the finest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. Sometimes it's convenience, what we talk about. A lot of the sweeter energies that I felt like weren't for me, I felt I could see myself falling asleep a little bit on the phone. So I don't know if that's like, if boring is good or not. Like, I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like,
it's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of it.
Yeah.
What's
absolutely.
your sign?
I think I have a thing for...
Okay. Can we read the comments? Then I want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, 1 second.
And please have some actual thoughts on this.
Kevin Samuels. Oh my god!
I thought zooming in would have made it a bit bigger, but yeah, that's crazy.
Long live Kevin Samuels. Every ran through chick got the same story.
Damn.
I like her. She took accountability. I agree.
The accountability is serious here.
It's literally a never-ending cycle. We tell them this all the time, but they still go listen to their female friends, and this is always the end result.
Yeah,
it's like an ongoing cycle that'll never stop. It's the same story every time. Okay,
it's all the same shit. So,
Samuels, we miss you.
Yeah.
So, honestly, one of the things that I don't like about kind of like the comment section is like when people hear women like this, they seem to forget that relationship is a two-way thing. Like there's a sense of blaming the woman for everything. And I think that men do the same thing too. Like we also chase novelty. You know what I mean? Like we also leave good relationships over like more novelty. We do the same shit, but I think women get more stigma for it than men do.
I think it depends on the guy, because like I feel like a lot of guys kind of take what they can get. No offense to niggas, but I do feel like a lot of niggas kind of take what's on the table. Women, they have a lot more options to choose from. And that's why it's like, when you have all the options, all the guys, and then you always choose the niggas that are clearly not the niggas that you should choose if you're looking for a happy, successful future. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what this kind, like, I don't like the comment section only because I don't like how they're not applauding her accountability and they're kind of shitting on her for like finally realizing. But at the end of the day, we all know genuinely good niggas, bro.
Yeah.
That don't get bitches.
Yeah.
And then we see a lot of girls acting like every nigga is like the 1% of fuckboy. There's not more fuckboys than there is good niggas out there. It's just that the fuckboys are fucking all the bitches and the good niggas are staying inside all the bitches. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when it's just like, when girls try to act like there aren't good options out there, she said that she passed up on a lot of like, you know, positive energies, good men for toxic niggas because they looked fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a problem within the modern woman. And like, to try to hold accountability towards the men for that, I don't really see where men come into the picture in that dynamic. Because yes, everybody does kind of like, you know, there are people who do fall into novelty more, but given that women have kind of the pick of the litter a lot of the times.
But it's not so like, I don't like I don't like it. What I was kind of getting to is I don't like it when men kind of try to take the moral high ground, because it's like, you don't make those decisions because of your morality. You make it because of your lack of options. If you have the options, when we see men who have those options, they express the same tendencies as women. So it's a human thing. That's kind of what I'm getting to.
Nah, I feel like a guy would most likely try to find a girl with both. Like, I feel like a guy, like, if you had the resources and you had the pick of the litter, you're going to try and, the woman that you, like, the thing is that guys are going to fuck a bunch of bitches. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a whore and you're going to fuck a bunch of bitches that you probably don't value. But then the girl that you actually choose to settle down and wife is probably not going to be the one with the negative energy that just looks good. It's going to be someone with both. Somebody who looks good, but also encompasses the values that you'd probably want in a wife.
Yep.
Unless you're chasing another celebrity woman.
But I don't think she's settling down with people with toxic energy.
In her past, she's saying that she sees all the people with good energy were getting married and, like, you know, they're all in, like, you know, successful relationships and getting married and stuff, but it didn't really happen for her because she's choosing bottom of the barrel type niggas in terms of like the way that they treat her. She's probably dating like the rappers and the whole niggas, you know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
NBA players.
And she says that she's acknowledging that she had opportunities with the good guys, but she went for the fun. And I do feel like that is a modern woman issue. And I'm not a red pillar, but that is a modern woman issue in terms of like, yo, they're going to pass. I know a lot of good niggas who would treat a girl amazing, but then they're fucking me. What the fuck?
Yo.
I'm not a cheater. I'm not a cheater or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But for some girls who I don't have the intent to even look at as a wifey, is just like, yo, fam, if that's what you're looking for, you're passing up on a bunch of good niggas that could give you what you want. For me, who's not looking for that with you.
Yeah. And then they get mad.
Okay. So it's all about intention is basically what you're saying. So it's like women will have the intention of settling down, but still choose the wrong person.
I think
men
that
don't necessarily do the same thing.
What I think is that I feel like we have a better idea of when we think of a wife, of the value system that we want.
Yeah.
When we think about a wife, we're very picky and we're going to choose somebody with, unless you're like I feel like for everybody's different, obviously. It doesn't apply to all men.
Yeah.
But if speaking with us here, genuinely, I feel like if we're going to pick a wife, when it comes to what we're settling for as a wife, is going to be actual important things towards a relationship. How does this person make me feel? How does this person, you know, like their character, you're going to look at their history. You know, we don't care about history as much as he does. But he's probably going to care about their kill count. He's going to care about, you know, their background, their work life, their friend circle. We're going to consider all of that because we're thinking about, is this person we want to build a life with? When she's describing the modern woman who doesn't even think about those. Like, when I talk to girls, my female friends, I always tell them is that you guys are not looking at the important things that are conducive to a happy, successful relationship. Exactly. You guys are looking at surface level things because she's going to look at things like having fun. Having fun is important in the grand scheme of things. You have to be able to enjoy time with your partner. But then when you're ruling out all the great intangibles and thinking like, but I might fall asleep on the phone with him. This is a genuine good person who's going to take care of you and treat you well and make you feel good, but you're thinking that he's boring. You're taking away all his positive attributes to substitute for something like boring. Relationships aren't supposed to be fun for the whole entire thing. You're supposed to spend the rest of your life with somebody. Boredom shouldn't be higher on your list than character. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like most men, when they hear this type of things, we give eye roll. I don't give eye roll. I give like, thank God somebody's learning and being accountable.
Okay.
But most men in the comments, they're eye rolling because they're like, we've been telling you this. Because notice, when there's a fuckboy amongst the group, we know when there's a fuckboy that the good girl that everybody wants, why are you with that nigga? We know that nigga's not gonna treat you right.
Yeah.
We might have some of these niggas as our friends, and we just know, like, yo, why would you be with this man out of all people when you know he's not gonna treat you right? Yeah. Everybody could look at him, like everybody just knows he gets fuckboy energy. He's like, we just know. You know what I'm saying?
But doesn't a girl who kind of has that kind of decision making, isn't that a red flag in your list of the type of woman that you want a wife?
Yes. It's a red flag for me, but at the same time, not all red flags have to be like, yeah, I'm gonna give you some room for growth. Okay. I'm gonna give you some room for growth so that like maybe you've learned from your past mess ups and your choice in men, and now you're deciding to choose a little bit better. Some guys look at that like, oh, now that you all these other niggas fucks for free and fuck so easy, and you're gonna come to me when you're getting old and da da da. But I just look at it like, in my experience, I don't like to judge people too hard from their past. If you look like your future you're looking for the right values at the moment, I'm marrying you or I'm choosing you for who you are now. You know what I'm saying? Not for your past.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's a common. You guys don't feel like that's common within?
It's extremely common, bro. Like, again, I probably said this multiple times on previous episodes, but like, look at the amount of females that we know that just literally don't get it time after time after time. And it's like every single bad scenario that they end up in, it's like, you could have avoided this.
But even as little things, like I was talking to one of my female friends, Aaliyah, and like, sorry to put you on blast for this. She's probably not going to listen to it, so who cares? But we had an argument one time when she was talking about, like, I was trying to ground her in terms of like showing her the actual important things in life when it comes to looking for people to date and whatever. And she's talking about like, she wouldn't want to date somebody who works at a bank
or doesn't have a car.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, fam, she's talking about things like, I need somebody who's into football or is into sports because I'm into sports. But I'm just like, yo, when you're thinking about whether somebody has, I was giving the example of like, okay, he doesn't have a car now, but I think what's more important than him not having a car is if he drives or not, and the reason why he doesn't have a car right now. Because if he's working towards a car, suppose he's got into a situation where he lost his car and then he's carless right now, but he's making it work and he's going to have a car later. You know what I'm saying? That matters.
Or sounds like me.
Yeah, or he just believes that having a car is not a smart financial decision at the moment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It might be like, more inconvenient for him to have a car than it would be to just take the bus.
Yeah,
exactly. So suppose he doesn't have a car and he works at a bank. She's trying to act like that's not her type because she'd rather a blue collar worker who is into sports and all that type of shit. And she's trying to make it seem like because he works at a bank that he's not into sports, because guys who work at banks aren't into sports.
Yeah, that shit seems so weird to me, because it's just like, bro, like, if you have a group of friends, say if you have a group of friends that all go golfing, chances are all of them have a completely different
type of job. Exactly.
You know?
So it's like when I was trying to like kind of ground her in her mentality in this, I'm just trying to look at like, yo, all these things that you're naming in the grand scheme of things is not important.
No.
Even if they're, because like to me is not if they're into sports. But she's like, oh, but what if I want to do a trip and go to Cleveland to watch our favorite football team and da 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 da, and he's not into that because he's not into sports. I'm just like, what's more important is that if he's into you enough to still do the trip because it's important to you. So if he cares about you enough to still do the trip, that he's not into sports but he's willing to do it just to spend time with you, that supersedes him not being into sports because he's willing to watch sports for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the actual long term of a family, a relationship, a marriage, all these different type of things, you're not even thinking about any of the important things like, how does this person communicate with me? How do they make me feel? How are they responsible people? How will they be as a parent? None of that is important about whether they work at a bank, whether they have a car right now, and all these different type of surface level things that women are looking at when it comes to relationships. They're not looking at the actual in-depth important things with relationship building. So
and like
we got into a huge fight over that.
Yeah, and even to add on to that too. So let's say you do find the guy that does whatever, drives has a vehicle, blue collar job, and then he enjoys sports. What if his whole thing with sports is his team loses, you cannot talk to him for the rest of the day? You're just gonna accept that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because he fits all of your needs? Like, that's fucked up. Like, that's a part of just like, understanding the types of reactions and things like that people are going to have to situations in their life, like that's what you should be paying attention to. So it's like, how are maybe you as a girl, like, yeah, you get a little bit moody after your team loses. It's like, how does he receive that type of emotion? Like, does he try and put you in a better mood? Does he just be like, oh, you're such a bitch after da-da-da-da-da? Like, this why I didn't want to watch sports with you, and like, you know what I mean? Versus the things that you should be paying attention to.
There's so much more important things with compatibility when it comes to relationship dynamics. Because like what I equated that to with her was like, when you mention a car, I think of a fat ass. Because these are both surface level things. This girl could have a fat ass today and lose all her ass next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then if I put all my value in, I gotta date a girl with a fat ass.
Masha.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a good reason to be like, yo, I need to date a girl who has a fat ass and works at da-da-da. Suppose I said I'm not dating no dental hygienist. What the fuck? I need a lawyer.
I don't think I've ever heard a nigga say shit like that.
Niggas don't care.
We don't care, bro.
The fat ass one, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but we care. But niggas, you know, if there's a girl you like, every nigga who likes the fat ass, if there's just a girl that he's genuinely into, you're gonna compromise on that. You know what I'm saying? I think that like I seen this post earlier, and it's actually like it was pretty deep. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I posted it on Snapchat and everything, because I think that it hit pretty deep about women and men, about the things that we value. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna put it on the screen. I'm just gonna read it. Okay. So it says the biggest lie society sells us is that, and a woman said this, by the way, and this was on Twitter. It says the biggest lie society tells us is that women are the emotional gender and men are the logical ones. When you actually look at the dating market, the reality is the exact opposite. Men are the true romantics. Women are the pragmatists. A successful man, a CEO, a lawyer, a doctor will happily marry a woman who works as a cashier, a waitress, or is completely unemployed. He doesn't care about her status, her network, or her bank account. He marries her simply because she brings him peace. She is kind and she makes him smile. He loves her for who she is, not what she can do for him. Now flip it. Ask a successful woman to marry a kind, loving, loyal man who works as a cashier. The answer is almost always a hard no. Suddenly, love isn't enough. Suddenly, she needs ambition. She needs security. She needs a man on her level or higher. A woman rarely falls in love with a man's soul. She falls in love with the trajectory. She loves what he can provide, where he can take her, and the lifestyle he unlocks. Men grow up thinking love is a fairy tale. They project their own capacity for unconditional love onto women. They think if I give her my heart, she will have my back. They learn the hard way that female love is performance-based. The moment he loses the job, the moment the confidence wavers, or the moment he stops being useful, the romance evaporates. We call men dogs and players, but men are the ones willing to bet their entire lives on a partner who brings nothing to the table but her presence. Women love with a calculator in their hand. Men love with their eyes closed. And that is exactly why men are the ones who get destroyed. They are trying to play a game of hearts with a gender that is playing a game of chess.
Yeah.
And yes, we can nitpick the little, like, okay, that's not completely true. It's not everything's completely true.
Yeah, it's the
but I
total
do
gist.
feel like when they use the example about what qualifies a woman for us, at the end of the day, it's pretty much peace and happiness.
Yeah.
When we're looking for a wife, we're looking for somebody about how they make us feel like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like girls care about how you make them feel, but the other intangibles have to line up way more. You know what I'm saying? For not every single woman, but especially for a successful woman. When a woman has their shit together, they have a good job, they have their own place, they're self-sufficient and shit like that, they start getting, like, they don't, like, think about it. They don't even need a nigga to provide for them because they're doing so well for themselves, but they're not willing to date down and save a nigga.
Yeah.
A nigga who just provides them, suppose he's an amazing lover, an amazing father, amazing parent. Like, there are situations where this happens where a woman will date down. And we're not saying the nigga has to be like a waste you or he just doesn't do anything in life. But suppose he has some ambition, he's just not where she is in life. We don't often see a woman date down.
Right. Yeah, I'm just kind of, I said the question that's kind of been on my mind the whole time is that, is it a hardwiring thing or is it a conditioning thing, like a social conditioning? Because it's like
social conditioning.
Yeah, you think it's social conditioning?
Because in different parts of the world, it's not like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's different parts of the world, like there's Asian countries and everything. Like lots of people just like for me, what makes sense to me, the type of girl who I would want to be with. We work together to build an empire.
Yeah.
Whatever our strengths are, whatever we need, we're going to figure it out together. And however, as a team, we could build the life that we want to create. When it starts becoming like, oh, I'm a girl, so I do this, and I'm a guy, and you do this, and it becomes like, oh, you need this, and I need that, da 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 da. Once I like you and you like me, and it makes sense with the other little intangibles about making the relationship work, then all that other shit is like, I just don't want a bum that doesn't want to work, that just doesn't want to do anything. But like, you know, as long as like, you know, you're trying in life. And if I'm rich as fuck, then I really don't care. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would just want to care that you're not only using me. You know what I'm saying? But then I wouldn't be like, oh, can't date this girl because she's just a bum bitch. Like, I'm not gonna date this girl because she works as a cashier. She works at McDonald's. I'm not gonna date her.
Right. Yeah. As long as you literally just, you have responsibility, you have, you know,
show some sort of ambition without me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what would matter to me. But
actually, before we move on to this, we would like to remind everybody that we are on all social media platforms. That is TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and now Snapchat. If you want to find our live streams every weekend, we are on Kick, Twitch, Rumble, and Facebook and YouTube. And you can find us for audio only on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and Audible.
Chat too much.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't take it seriously. Nigga was just soundboarding.
What?
I said Rex was just soundboarding. It's like, okay, just pressing random buttons. Like,
Chat too much.
Chat too much.
How much time are we at right now?
Hour and a half.
Oh, hour and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Earlier than I thought. I thought we hit 2 hours already. But do you guys know who this is?
Le Bebe. Oh, who
I don't know
is
who
that?
the man who read it like that. That's Lil Baby. Lil Bebe. It's because academics is beefing Lil Baby. So
I'm fucking
okay.
That's hilarious.
So
okay,
Lil
Lil
Baby's baby mama says she was getting approached as a 304 because all her friends were 304s. Birds of
That makes sense though, fam.
Wait.
Oh
Okay, so this is Jada Waiter. This is Lil Baby's baby mom. I'd like to see, like, you know, Ayo. Since our previous off-camera conversation about the conventional looking black girl, what would you say about her face-wise? She has fat ass because she has a BBL, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, but face-wise, would you say that she's
Would it be too much to ask a Google search of Jada Waiter because the play button is
press play.
Her face?
It's so real. What you watch and what you pour into is
with your wife?
Who you are.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people
it's
that was
not
like, you know that quote, you are who you hang around.
You know, there's some people who are just like past the threshold of what you consider so much past the threshold of what you consider attractive that you're like, I don't even need to know your personality. Just based off of your look, I would wife that.
And she's not that.
She's not that.
Yeah.
She's like, you're good looking enough to wife.
You're good looking.
But let me get to
like
know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the perfect way to describe it because I feel the same way. Still. She's not like, ooh, I'd wife that. But
yeah,
she's like, you know
kind of like the
Aisha
chick where you're like, damn, I'd suck her toes. There's levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I have to love you to suck your toes.
Oh man.
Birds of a feather flock together. I used to be like, no. Because I had some real hoe friends, like hoes. And it started dawning on me when people were like coming at me a certain way, like guys coming at me a certain way, and like certain caliber men were like trying to, the way they were talking to me or they would see me out.
They treat me like
I'm
a
how
hoe.
they present themselves. And it's like, hold up, bitch. You must think I'm on what she on. And absolutely they do, because it's like, you ain't about to just be kumbaya hanging with nobody that's on that and you not on that. Like, be for real. So I started paying attention to like who you keep in close proximity, because that also alters who you are and how you live. So you got to be careful. And energy is so real.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Do you guys believe that birds of a feather flock together?
When
it comes to hoes.
1,000,000%. I think it applies to. I feel like it just applies to all like groupings. Like you are who, like you're gonna become who you hang around with. But and even if you don't become who you hang around with, it is still very limiting on, like, I don't know, I guess your mental expansion, like your mental maturity, because it's like, if this is all you see, like, it's just like, now your bar of like, oh, I'm a good person because I'm better than the people I hang out with. And I think people might, let that get to them too much.
Okay. I like when Rooks has strong takes. What's your thoughts, Ayo?
I would say, like, there's a lot of nuance to it, but the point that I can hold on to is that we tend to normalize ourselves. So we tend to, like, average ourselves out by the people that we surround ourselves with. Correct. So essentially, when you see the people around you doing certain things, you start to believe that that is normal. So if you see, like, if the people around you sell drugs, right, you believe that selling drugs is normal. Yeah. Now, if you go into a different environment where they're like, no, selling drugs is not okay, you're like, what do you mean? Like, all the niggas that I've been around sell drugs. So subconsciously, that shit is affecting the way that you look at life, So if you hang around,
do you believe overall birds of the same feathers flock together?
Yeah, I think in a long enough time frame, you become the people that you hang around, like, kind of like what Rook said. But at the beginning, there are people that just hang out with others just for the sake of
community.
Yeah. So for example,
socializing.
My mom, my uncle, right, when he was younger, he used to smoke. And the reason why he got into smoking was because he had a friend who got him into smoking. And the reason that his friend got him into smoking was because he thought it was cool to hang around people who smoked. But they didn't smoke. Like, the guy didn't smoke himself. He just thought, if I hang around someone who smokes, I'm cool by attachment, but I'm never going to smoke. So it's just like, if you're thinking birds of a feather flock together, then it's like, oh, you're probably thinking they both smoke because they hang out because they're smokers. But it's like one of them just wants to be around the other guy because he smokes.
Okay. You guys want ready for my thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm very split on this because I do agree in terms of, like, there is an influence of the environment that it has on you, where exactly I feel like that weed example or like smoking example was perfect, because me growing up, I feel like growing up in the hood, I was the good youth. I was a good youth growing up in the hood because I wouldn't, like, I was always be there for everything. But I wouldn't super indulge in, like, when niggas are jumping people and shit, I'll be like, okay, let me take a step back. When niggas is doing certain shit, I'll be like, oh, I'll watch. I'll be a part. You guys can all tell me about it. We could all talk about it, but I'm not going to be, like, knee deep in the trenches with a lot of the shit that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? But then me thinking that I was a good kid in that environment, once I got older and I was out of that environment and I'm around other people, more like, civilian type people, and then I'm the nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I didn't realize that they're looking at me how I may have looked at other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I may not be on that scale of it, but because of my conditioning being around it, I'm still perceived as that, and I still kind of am that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, me being an independent thinker, I always had the wherewithal to be like in those environments that I'm not that, so I wouldn't partake in certain things. Yeah. So that's why I think so it's like the birds of the feather is like it has a huge influence on who you are. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like if you are a girl who hangs out with hoes, you can be influenced around certain hoe things, but you may not be the one who's just going to fuck a nigga because you're around a bunch of girls who fuck a nigga. Right. So it's like, that's where I'm split, where it's just like, I don't think just because you hang out with hoes that you're going to be a hoe, but you may pick up some hoe tendencies. Yeah. I think we all kind of touched on that. Like Rooks was talking about how it limits the expansion of like the horizons of your mind. I was kind of saying, prefacing it as we all kind of said the same
I was
thing,
kind of prefacing it as like it affects the like what you see as normal. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like if you hang out with people who are hoes and they're cheating on their boyfriends and shit like that, you're like, it's bad, but there's worse things. Yeah. And then you're like, you hang out with people like, no, what the fuck? No, how the fuck? How dare you? Yeah.
And then now you're the one that's like, oh shit.
It's like if me or you are around niggas and someone pulls out a strap, it's gonna be kind of different than if AO was around. What's going on here? It's literally like that. Yeah, and I feel like that's the perfect analyzation of this situation.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
We all agree on something for once.
Evolution. Next up, we have
the next two slides. I would kind of include them together. The next two links.
Oh, okay.
Because they're two different things, but kind of similar topics around our Canadian legend, our sixth god himself, Drizzy Aubrey Graham Drake.
I saw this video.
Oh, there's no like caption or anything. That's it.
Yeah, just according to Charlemagne, Future is on Drake's album. But I saw this video of these two guys in like a random store. I guess it's just like a whole entire page or whatever. And they're talking back and forth about artists. And the one guy says like, oh, but like Drake. And then the other guy's like, oh, the Jewish rapper? It's like, who the fuck?
I hate when people do that.
Yo, if I find that video, I'll have to show it to you guys. It's so funny.
You know, somebody told me they actually heard it yesterday.
Did they say it was good or fire?
I don't know. They didn't say what it was
As if
good.
they started from the bottom beat.
Oh, dope. Oh, okay. Dope. Yeah.
So you didn't ask them if it was good or not? They said they heard the album?
I didn't care.
Yeah, and they probably knew he didn't care, so they didn't know.
Charlamagne's such a hater.
True.
Nothing will ever get you excited about Drake. Like, all right. Well,
I like when he raps though. I just haven't, heard it. You want to hear it,
Charlemagne.
Actually heard.
Another day I have to go on Charlemagne and his hate for Drake and how it's illogical, but that's for another day.
We gonna let the nigga Drake sing a little.
I just needed time to do what I had to do. Caught in the light, I would let it go. Caught in the light, I will never know. But here goes nothing.
Wait, so
that song's classic though.
Bro, I'm sorry.
I'm a little bit uncultured. I didn't really recognize the song.
It's called Aston Martin music. It's like basically one of like
Rick Ross and Drake's biggest collab.
Yeah, okay. It's like this is the type of people categorize it as like when Rick Ross and Drake get on a track, they make rich people music.
Yeah, literally. This is like rich people, diced pineapples and shit.
Yeah.
But Rick Ross and Drake have beef?
Yeah. Yes, because during Drake, that's why I played the Future and the Rick Ross one, because during the Drake and Kendrick beef, Drake got jumped. Drake got jumped by like everybody who he thought was his friends.
Okay.
Weeknd turned on him, freaking.
So, well, the Weeknd thing's a little bit more complicated. But with Rick Ross, Drake and Rick Ross has collaborated on multiple records, and Drake and every single one of those records are huge. When it was down from Money in the Grave, to friggin'
Lemon Pepper
Freestyle, Aston Martin music, friggin' what was that one song? It was like, I got a name is Rihanna. And that's why I call it, you know that one? Name drops Rihanna. Made Men, that's what it's called.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but Drake and Rick Ross have a great track record together for huge, big, great songs, right? Mm-hmm. And in the middle of the rap beef with Drake and Kendrick Lamar and Future kind of started it. When all that happened, Rick Ross came out of nowhere and started just dissing Drake.
BBL Drizzy.
He's calling him a white boy. And he said that he's the one he was the biggest one who basically was calling Drake white and invalidating his blackness and basically saying that you can't say the N-word and like just invalidating Drake's. He was making mad Instagram videos saying white boy, and he dropped a whole diss track towards Drake in the middle of the beef, and it was strictly clout chasing. He said that the reason why he was dissing Drake was because Drake didn't clear the record that French Montana had with Rick Ross and Drake on it, and that he didn't. And then French Montana was just like, hey, I got nothing to do with that. I'm cool with Drake. You know what I'm saying? So Rick Ross just jumped out the window and started hating on Drake for no good reason whatsoever. And Drake dissed him back on Family Matters.
That kind of puts him in a bad light. I'm not gonna lie, because I thought he had like a valid reason.
No good reason. So then
bro.
The fact that he can't perform. This is not the first time he's done this. It's like he can't perform without playing his songs with Drake on it because they're so big.
Yeah.
You know. So there's been that.
Oh, I'm on one. That's another fucking.
I'm on one. Another huge. So like they have so much huge songs together with Drake on it, and then he looks like a waste because he turned on Drake because everybody thought it was gonna be the end of Drake, but Drake is coming back harder than ever. Pause.
Yeah.
And The Future situation, the reason why I played the Charlamagne Future one is because Future is the one who started this whole beef.
Well, it was it was technically young Metro Boomin that started the beef, but it was like
it was a Metro Future album.
Yeah,
it was 2 collab albums back to back. That's both of y'all, bro. 2 collab albums where they called it We Don't Trust You, and before We Don't Trust You came out, I heard rumors of people in the industry saying that is a Drake diss, and Future was mad at Drake for making a collab album with 21 Savage before doing What a Time to Be Alive too.
Yeah, and apparently the other thing is that like they were already planning a collaboration album, but it wasn't supposed to be like the way that it went, so it kind of like altered the way that it was gonna be put together, of being like, yeah, we're putting this out to diss Drake versus like we're just doing a collab album.
But what I wanted to hear though is, what is your opinion on if Drake decides to collab with Future again? Because some of our favorite memories in general was that 2016 summer, 2015, 2016 post Meek beef. What a Time to Be Alive was really a time to be alive. One Dance, Views, More Life, that whole era. If you're reading that whole time, that stretch, Drake was on a run. You know what I'm saying? So for What a Time to Be Alive, I was hating on Drake because I was a huge Meek fan, but I couldn't hate on What a Time to Be Alive, and I wasn't even that made me become a Futures fan. I didn't even really like Future. Everyone loved Dirty Sprite too, and that was huge around that time. Yeah, but I wasn't a huge Future fan until that project.
That's crazy.
Future doesn't talk about anything. He's hard to be a fan of sometimes.
I think it's just different for me because
you're a DJ who's into party music and shit like that.
Took a shot of Henny, I was going best.
That's what made me start liking Future, hearing him outside. But when I was listening to Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and shit, that Future shit, it was like, what the fuck is this?
Yo, nigga, move that dope.
But now that I'm more open-minded with my music, I now have a huge appreciation to Future, to the point where he influences my current music style more than other rappers that I admire more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, how do you feel about Drake and Future collabing?
So I need it. I absolutely fucking need it. Just because, like, they kind of say that, like, or sorry, Drake kind of said, he was like, yeah, like, I hate that, you know, Pluto and I are like, we haven't really been through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the beef.
It seemed like Drake was genuinely hurt by beefing with Future.
Yeah.
For Rick Ross, he's like, fuck that cop. Like, for everybody, the way that he was talking about everybody else, the only one who he gave grace to, even where he didn't even diss that hard, was Future.
Yeah, because if you really look back at the albums, like, Future's not really saying much towards like Drake himself, you know.
But being a part of such a big thing that was to tear down Drake, 2 separate albums dissing. The Weeknd dissing Drake was on a song with Future.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky dissing Drake was on a song with Future.
Yeah, it's like he's co-signing
Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake was on a song with Future. Yeah. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then Future being involved in that neutralized all of Atlanta from jumping in.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to disrespect Future. Everyone in Atlanta looks at Future like a king.
Yeah.
So then it kind of took away one of Drake's biggest support bases because they had to play neutral.
Yeah.
Because of Future.
Yeah.
And like
and it's like, it kind of plays into the whole reason why Sexy Songs for You had to drop, because it was like, all right, like, I'm Drake. Like, I'll just give Canada what they want, and then now all of Canada loves Sexy Songs for You.
I don't even think it's a Canadian thing. That like, it did great in America too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, like, you can feel that, like, he did want it to be like Canada based, like CN Tower, right? But it's like, you guys forgot that, like, I'm Drake, so like, yeah, it's like, but you guys forgot, like, I'm Drake, so like everyone in like Miami is still gonna fuck with my shit. You know the reason
why I think that Drake decided to go so Canadian too? Is because he realized in this beef that he did all this shit for all these American niggas, and they always treated him different because he's Canadian.
Yeah.
And they really started showing it during this. So he felt like, yo, fuck these niggas.
Just go back to the roots.
He hasn't even been touring in America.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He hasn't toured in America.
Because he went to Australia, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't toured in America at all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's not fucking with the US. And if you listen to some Sexy Songs for You, by the way, I love when we have these music conversations because this is what I live for. But there's a song on some Sexy Songs for you. I forgot what song what it was, where he's just like, you probably fuck with these American niggas and he kind of gave like subtle jabs to like, you fuck with these American guys, like, you know, they're not as cleaner than us. I forgot what song it was.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
So I think from like my perspective, my question is, I see music as like a passion industry, like a passion driven industry,
for sure,
right? But at the same time, it's a business.
Yeah.
So
way more business than passion.
Way more business than passion. So I could like, I can imagine that the reason why Future and Drake were able to do so well was because of some chemistry in terms of like their music making.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
If that has kind of died now because of the whole beef thing, from a business perspective, it makes sense.
I don't think creatively it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that?
Nah.
I could work with somebody who I don't. If we both make good music and work well together, I don't even need.
But that's
to like
chemistry,
you.
no?
No. Well, it's chemistry, but it doesn't have to do with like
fucking with you.
It's not
so
saying
you can
that
hate someone and make good music with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we definitely can.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I could see that.
I can see Drake and Future. It's hard for me to see Drake and Future collabing and not being good.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case,
But
yeah.
So I don't want them to collab at all.
Why?
I want to stand on business.
Stand on business.
Principle, bro.
I can't lie.
Principle.
I feel that.
Future did
I
a
feel that.
huge
I feel
snake
that.
move toward. He tried to destroy Drake.
I feel
he
that.
literally tried to. He was a part of trying to literally take food off of Drake's plate, bro.
Yeah.
He tried to destroy him. There were PDF allegations, bro. They were calling him a white boy, BBL Drake. But let's not forget about everything how this has ruined Drake's image, bro. I just had a debate with somebody on Facebook today about them calling Drake a PDF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is horrible the way it played out for Drake. In the end, it's going to be better for Drake because I think it did make him bigger at the end of the day because it didn't destroy him.
100%.
But the fact that Future had it feels like Future needs Drake more now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I don't want Drake to give. I don't want him to feed any of the people who helped spite him, bro. I don't want him to feed any of them.
Facts.
Unless okay.
Because like the way I kind of see it is just like like now people are gonna be like super anticipated about it, and like it's gonna make it large. For all we know, they can make the biggest track of their careers ever.
So, like, at the end of the day, Drake doesn't need that. He already has the most number ones ever, bro. He doesn't need to help Future. Drake could still do that without Future. But look, Drake said that line. He said, "I'm tired of sitting back and helping my enemies eat." He said it on Duppy Freestyle. He said, "I'm tired of sitting back and helping my enemies eat, bro." He's helping his enemies eat by collabing with them because like that also, like all of this. Imagine the trust issues you'd have when everybody who you thought you trusted, he gave Future his first number one hit.
Yeah.
He gave Future a lot of his first, and then this nigga turned around and didn't have your back when you needed it the most and helped kick your back in. The trust issues to me supersedes the success of like
the business aspect.
Yeah. So if you feel like the Chat2Much podcast was gonna do great for all of us, but then I fucked your wife, you're gonna be like, we gotta do it for you. We gotta still work together on the podcast for the business. Or would you still work with me? We have a successful podcast.
Yo. So that kind of gets into the conversation of selling your soul.
Yes.
And
that shows the type of character you are.
Yeah. But you know, as my man's was it no?
This man's gonna fuck his wife.
Listen.
She better be bad, boy.
Who's the guy who like the Terrence Crawford was talking to? I forgot his name.
Who?
The interviewer guy. Who cares about his name?
So you know, I feel like everybody's got a price. It depends on how much we're making from this podcast. How much am I gonna lose? You know, what am I risking here? Because if I'm risking a lot, then I'm gonna sell my soul.
Or you could tell the world that I fucked your bitch and ended the podcast, and everyone's gonna hate me, and then you can start your own podcast and start with your own push from the last podcast. And if you were smart,
it wouldn't be the same.
If you were smart, that's what I would do.
Well, the way I see it though
is
like
my wife,
I'm
not working with you. I don't care.
It could be the way I see it is it could be a creative itch. So it could be like, frick, like I really miss like being able to just like, you know, go in the studio and like make tracks with Future. Like I miss that feeling. So
Principle.
It could be, I understand that, but it could also be a selfish decision of just like,
hey, I love potting with you guys, bro. So if I fucked your wife, your actual wife.
No, I'm not that nigga.
Exactly.
I'm
like,
not that
you just
nigga,
can't. Like there's certain levels that we're just not gonna do, bro. There's certain levels just not
That's
gonna
fair.
do. And to me,
That's fair. But again,
what Future did is that diabolical, in my opinion. I think that we're, from a selfish point of view, we want the music. From our selfish point of view. But if I was Drake, fuck no, never, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think that Drake not working with Future is enough of like a sell your soul level kind of decision making for Drake. I was kind of thinking about it like,
in my opinion,
I think it's close, bro.
I'm gonna look at Drake ways,
my
man.
nigga, people are calling me a pedophile. Because you let a man get on a track and start dissing us, and then it literally led up to niggas start jumping me. What is this?
Performing it
What
at
is
the
this?
Super
What
Bowl,
is
bro.
this? 20v1, nigga?
You got my statement wrong. So what I mean is like the benefit or the negatives that he would get from collaborating
What
with
benefit?
Future.
He's
already
That's
negative.
my point.
No.
But so
Okay, hold
I'm
on,
thinking
let me
back to the example of like the podcast. Like if I literally have nothing else going on for me, and like this is like my bread and butter, like my kids rely on this, on going to school and shit like that.
You're gonna
like,
work with a nigga who fucked your wife.
Yeah, it's just you got to think about it from the logical perspective.
That's not logical.
I think it's logical.
I think you need to have some fucking pride. I think you need to have some fucking pride and have some respect for yourself. Bro.
That's not logical.
How is that not logical?
The logical decision is to take your emotions. Like pride is an emotion. If you take your emotions out of it and you're like, okay, let me outweigh like the negatives and the positives and the cons and pros and blah blah blah.
But you're acting like
that
there's
is
no
a
other
logical,
options.
huh?
What would be logical is thinking of other options, knowing that this option is no longer on the table. You fucked my wife. I cannot work with you anymore without wanting to fight you. And like, yo, so there's other options. The other option might be me starting a different podcast.
But if there are no other options,
what do you mean? Why wouldn't I be able to start my own podcast? It might not be as successful, but that's just up to me and my hard work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I already get like, look, Rory and Maul left Joe Budden podcast. They're not as big as Joe Budden, but they're still successful.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that it would be, bro, if you fucked my wife, I'm not working with you, bro. There's no conversation to have.
There's no level at which you're like, okay, everybody has a price. Okay, what I'm basically trying to get to, like the scenario probably the way that the
if we're
scenario
working together, you just have to wait. You just have to know that I'm waiting to kick your back in. If there's any chance that I get to snake you, it's coming. So let's see, can you work with me, knowing that if a deal's coming on the table where I could possibly snake you or something like that, where I could possibly snake you, any chance that I could get to snake you, I'm snaking you. I'm fucking all your bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like
I guess I'm just kind of thinking about it again. Like the scenario of that actually happening is very, very likely that we're never going to work together. But I'm just kind of thinking about it like, I guess an adjacent example or something. There are scenarios where the bag precedes your pride, which is why I brought up the whole selling your soul thing. I feel like, but I have a price. I don't know if
your bitch getting fucked by me.
That's just one example. I'm kind of bringing it down to the basics of like your soul has a price. Does your soul have a price? Because that, like the dignity.
Okay, it'll have a price with conditions though, because like I'm going to. If it's like, okay, the only way that I can make these millions of dollars is by working with you, sure. But then I'm also thinking of a way that I could kick your back in and snake you.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, sure, I'll take the money, but I'm gonna find a way where I could win, where I could turn my L into a W by hurting you in some way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that. That's kind of what I was trying to say.
That's the only way. I'm not just kumbayaing and everything's going to be the same way it was before. It's not. You're gonna hear some jabs on the podcast. I'm gonna be saying a bunch of personal shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but in Drake's situation though,
yeah, it's not worth it.
Drake already is tied for the most number ones ever.
Yeah, he's not.
He does not need Future. Future needs Drake way more than Drake needs Future. Yeah, they're both gonna be alright. Yeah. But Drake is going to be super alright. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So working with Future is actually taking a step backwards.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I can see that.
I agree with that.
But I would like the song just for the music.
I'm trying to see that.
Pridefully for Drake, I wouldn't. But moving on, we got this is gonna be our last one, right?
Yes, sir.
So I thought that this was a very interesting video. Have you guys seen this?
I haven't. I actually want to watch it. To be honest, when I get home, I'm gonna watch this episode because I could imagine that, like, Matt Rife is hilarious, and I've seen I get a lot of Shay Shay clips on my feed, and I've seen a lot of the clips from this specific episode.
Wait, so before you play it, I'm just curious. So you know how he had like Shay Shay had a lot of controversy. Was that a different podcast? Is this a different podcast?
No, it's the same podcast. So the whole thing was that he had just signed a huge contract with ESPN.
He got fired from ESPN.
But he ended up having to lose that because of the controversy with the OF model.
Oh, okay. So it had nothing to do with the podcast.
No.
Oh, okay.
His podcast,
well, it's like the
his
whole
podcast
thing,
may have lost a sponsor or something like that.
Maybe.
But that's his podcast.
Oh, because I was, for some reason, I didn't really look into this issue, but for some reason I was under the impression that it was like a podcast and then he kind of got kicked out and got replaced with Cam Newton.
No, Cam Newton has his own podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All that happened to him was that he got fired from ESPN and had to pay
and has to pay
a lot of money to the OnlyFans model.
Yeah,
he changed her whole fucking life.
Yeah, but that's the thing about
man.
That's the thing about getting to this certain type of status, yo. You have to watch all the shit that you do.
What happened to him could easily happen to
anybody, bro.
I could have got the same way. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, as long as you engage in tricking behaviors.
Yeah, but like
you get burned.
Have you seen that the clip? Did you watch the Cat Williams interview, the full?
No, I didn't.
No,
that's only the most viewed interview of all time.
So a part of it is literally Cat Williams saying like, yeah, no, I have no problem with white women, but I can't say I'm not scared of them because they'll take your rabbity ass down in 2 nights. And they did
that exact thing.
That's exactly what happened to him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So here we go.
Yeah. Wait.
Sorry.
I wanted to kind of explain what we're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
So for Matt Rife, the reason why he hates TikTok is because if you guys didn't know that TikTok is completely controlled in terms of like what they allow to be pushed in the algorithm.
100%.
Like, you notice that when TikTok first came out,
everyone was
just hitting bare numbers.
Bussin'.
And then especially for discovery for rap.
Yeah.
Rappers, that was like the number one, it still is, but like it's the number one discovery platform where every time you do like a rap or a cover or something interesting on TikTok when it comes to your music, it was being promoted.
Yeah.
Now if you do the same thing, it's not being pushed nearly to the same extent. And TikTok is so controlled to the point where like I watched DJ Academics on a stream say that when TikTok first started out and was trying to get popular in America, they reached out to him and they basically said like, yeah, just post anything and we'll just push a button and they'll just turn your shit up. You know what I'm saying? So then he did that, and then he went on stream and just basically said, "Yo, TikTok's mad fuck. They let me press a button, they just turn all my shit up. The whole shit. He exposed TikTok. He exposed TikTok. Like that's why I fuck with because he keeps it real.
Yeah, real nigga,
he
bro.
Exposed TikTok and shit. And then they took off the feature where they turned the shit up, so his shit didn't get turned up anymore. You know what I'm saying? But everything is so like unfair on TikTok. So so he explains basically his experience on how he blew up on TikTok.
It's the most poisonous thing on earth right now. When it was about to get banned in America, I was stoked. I was so excited, man.
This nigga gets mad
Because it's
bitches.
also it's unreliable.
Right.
Like I built an audience of I think I'm at like 20 million followers, or like 19.7 or some shit. So I mean, I was getting to a point where I was getting 1 million views an hour on there as soon as I posted a video. It was an explosion of exposure on there, and then little by little it started to go away a little bit, which I'm like, that's fine. You're only something new and fancy for a little while. And then after about a year and a half went by, they just completely dropped off. I couldn't reach any of my followers for some reason. So I started hitting up TikTok, like, they can find you a representative that works over there and everything. And they told me to my face on Zoom, they were like, yeah, we just don't push stand-up anymore.
Wow.
I was like, okay, so I have 20 million followers who want to see what I'm posting, and you won't let them see it. And they're like, yeah, we only push the trends that are current right now. And they said stand-up comedy was a trend on our platform, but you kind of helped spearhead it quite a bit. But they were like, it went on for much longer than it should have. Most trends only last like a month or two. And now we just don't push stand-up as a platform. And they were like, good luck. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to...
So what am I doing? What am I doing with the 20 million followers that I got?
Yeah, so I said, how am I supposed to reach it? What do you suggest? They said, maybe just do the trends. Like, if there's a new dance people are doing or whatever. On Zoom, I said, I'll kill myself on TikTok Live before I ever dance on TikTok. Are you crazy? They didn't find it funny at all, but I was also dead serious.
Right.
I'm not going to do that, man. Like, my stand-up is what got me this far.
Right.
Whether it be the crowd work clips or material from the special, whatever it may be, it's such a shame that I can't advise other comedians to build an audience on social media, because eventually they're just going to shift the algorithm and you can't reach them anyways.
Exactly.
It's so unfortunate.
They want to keep you in place. They're not going to let you get too big now.
No.
They're not going to let you get too big.
As much as it sounds like a conspiracy, they have a knob. They have a knob they can just turn somebody back on, or a topic or a hashtag, whatever it may be, and then that no longer gets exposure anymore. But I never wanted to do it. I don't love social media. I think it's incredibly toxic. It's not good for you as a person, for sure. But it's such a tool that we have to use now. Comedians don't just have to write jokes.
Right.
You used to just be like, man, write your 5, get on Carson, get you a sitcom.
Yeah.
Now you're good. You got to be a whole social media manager. You got to be a production team. You got to learn how to work a camera. You got to learn how to edit. You got to learn how to do sound.
Facts, bro.
And it's not even for
art,
something
bro.
that can last. It's incredibly unfortunate.
Can't even just focus on the art anymore. We all have to be marketers.
Yeah.
We all have to be, even for this podcast, we all have to be professional marketers instead of being being able to focus on potting.
Yeah, for anybody that wants to almost do anything business wise that can't live off of just referrals, for you to actually like gain a client base, like, yeah, you literally have to be everything. And I feel like, because that's a topic I wanted to talk about at some point, sometime, that like, yo, when people say that, oh yeah, like I want to do this, like that would be so fun. It's like, okay, like I don't think you understand like the learning curve of like how much stuff you don't even know that you need to know how to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and if you don't know how to do it, then like now you got to try and find somebody that's willing to do it, probably for free, because you're not making any money from what you're trying to do.
So how does this make you feel about the TikTok and social media as a platform in general? Because I do feel like TikTok is a little bit more algorithmic than a lot of other things.
For sure. So the way that I see social media platforms is all of them have their own culture, is the way that Gary Vee would explain it. So basically how he was talking, it's like, okay, well, like, yeah, our TikTok culture is you literally have to be following trends that are popular on TikTok in order for your shit to get pushed in the algorithm. So it's like, literally, if we at some point, like, if we had been doing this podcast when on TikTok,
podcasts were the thing.
Podcast clips were really popping off. Shit, we'd probably be
way bigger.
Not on Barton Street. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Barton Street.
Shout out to Barton Street.
But we missed the wave.
Yeah, but
the wave might come back, but we missed it for now.
Yeah. So the other thing about it is that, yeah, so you look at something like Facebook, right? So we just recently started putting our our segments onto Facebook, and they're performing way better than they do on YouTube, just from our first couple that we put out, right? So it is very interesting to see, and I just always see the importance of post your shit everywhere. This shit is free to post, but it's only free to post because it's not easy to post consistently.
Okay, but do you feel like we're kind of like a mouse on a wheel?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
In terms of like, it's not really in our control?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely
like
not.
when I like taking stuff like this, my mind is always kind of just going in different directions. So when he's talking about how they told him straight to his face, like, yeah, stand-up was the trend. It's not the trend anymore. And he's like, that's my livelihood we're talking about.
But take this in. He accumulated fairly.
Yeah.
20 million followers. And now they make it to the point where he posts something, his same 20 million followers aren't even seeing his content anymore.
Yeah.
Like that, to me, that is unfair.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So it's
that.
Go on.
Yeah. So basically it just kind of, I was like, oh shit. Like, that's what it means to be a media personality, because we're just looking at it from the perspective of social media. So it's like, how do I take control? And then I started thinking about, wait, celebrities. No, you don't have control as a celebrity because you have to have a director that wants you to be in their movie. And then on top of that, now you have to have a media company that pushes what the director is putting out.
But do you know who really has power though? Influencers. Once you've organically accumulated your own fan base, so there's certain people like a Joe Budden and academics, the people that I follow, the people with cult fan bases and shit like that, they're not going anywhere. If somebody deletes academics' Instagram, they're gonna go to his Discord. He has a huge Discord. He has the way that you have cult followers that are able to follow you to any platform, where he could sign a deal with Spotify and all his fans are going to be like, fuck it, we're not using YouTube, we're using Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Once you have those type of followers that will follow you, that's when I get into like, you can't be canceled when you have real supporters and real fans, because they will go direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? Those 20 million, a lot of them were probably passive. They weren't real fans. You know what I'm saying? Because like DJ Academic said he started streaming because he said he just needs like, I think it was 1,000 loyal soldiers.
That's it. Because if you really think about that, bro, if you have 1,000 people that genuinely are like, you know what, I am willing to spend $5 on you every single month. Bro, you're making very, very good working wage from 1,000 people that are willing to spend $5. But it's like that $5 to them, it's so worth it because they
appreciate your content.
They appreciate your content. Like, you don't put any filter on anything. Like, they can keep up with you. Like,
that's why man's like Andrew Tate, the people who could get banned, it's fresh and fit. They could get banned from everywhere and still survive because they have an actual cult following, whether we like it or not, whether we respect their cult following or not. They have a cult following that allows them to self-sustain themselves themselves where they don't need to rely on machines like TikTok. Because now your fan base is above your platform. Some people, they only watch Matt Rife on TikTok.
Yeah.
But then for academics, if I'm a fan, I'm going to watch him on Rumble when he signs a Rumble deal. I'm going to watch him on whatever platform that I need to watch him on. You know what I'm saying?
And I was explaining it to Ayo before we started podding too, is that around the same time where Andrew Tate got canceled was when I first actually started watching him in interviews and podcasts and things like that. So I was like, fuck, like I literally can't even search this guy's name to find anything, but he had a Rumble account. So I was like, okay, I'll download Rumble on my phone and then cast it onto my TV so I can still keep up with all the Andrew Tate stuff.
So it's hard. That's why I said that influencers are the ones, or whoever has the best connection with their fan base to go direct consumer. Those are the ones with the most power, because no matter what, you can't get rid of them. You could delete like Boosie. He's had so much Instagrams, and Instagram for some reason doesn't fuck with him. So he just has to keep on making new Instagrams, and people will always find his new Instagram, and he'll just always be on Instagram.
It's because this nigga went on Instagram Live and said, "Put your pussy lips on live, and I'll give you $1,000." Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
Nah, the COVID lives were actually lit. I'm not gonna lie. Quarantine radio and shit. Like, holy fuck.
So then my next, like the way like the direction that my mind is going next is then, is there a correlation with how fast you gain your followers and how long you keep them?
I think that the best way to keep your followers is to show yourself consistency, but show yourself in different perspectives. So it's like, show a little bit of like what you do at work. Obviously don't show everything. Like don't show like, oh, like this is what my kids do and this is where they go to school. Like there's a lot of stuff you can keep out of your social media life, but there is a lot of stuff in your life that people would like to see to understand your personality better. And that is a very, very strong way.
I think that people just have to fuck with you, bro. In terms of like, it's like to the point where like they have to fuck with you to the point where they feel like they know you.
Exactly.
They feel like they know you to the point where even if you do something wrong, they know your character. Because like I'm a big academics fan, clearly, and like when that whole thing came out about his interaction with that one kid that got him kicked off of Twitch and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
When all that shit happened, like everybody in the world was kicking his back in and everything. But at the end of the day, I feel like I know his character to where I do not believe that he is grooming little boys. I could understand the context of the clip, and whether he was right or wrong, I don't think that he's a bad person. So I'm not going to be like, I can't support this person anymore because they are a fucked up person, because I believe that I know his character to an extent. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between a parasocial relationship with a influencer versus if you're like an artist that you don't really know. Because like I see academics at his worst. I understand his flaws, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain mad shit I don't agree with that he does. But I'm saying that at least I feel like it's genuine. I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
For Beyonce, we don't know, like there's nothing that she does that seems that we know is genuine at all, because everything seems so perfect and scripted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
like
she was
strong, very, very strong media trained.
Exactly. You know, I don't feel the authentic, like I know that person. Same with Tory Lanez. I don't know him, but I do feel like to an extent, I don't feel like he would shoot a woman. I don't feel like in the character that has been presented to me from my long tenure of knowing him and how exposed he is with his personality on lives and on interviews and how open and transparent he is.
Yeah.
I can't say that I can see that within his character. With Kendrick Lamar, he's so secretive that when someone says, oh, he came out and he beat his wife or something like that, it's just like, hey, it might be true.
It might be true, but I don't know his character like that.
There's nothing strong enough to make me be like, Kendrick would never do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think,
because we don't know the nigga. There's lots of room for interpretation.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who I feel like I know like that in terms of celebrities. But
for Future, if you said that Future fuck that bitch, I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if he didn't, I might just believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because like what, like your perception type of thing. But furthermore,
I guess we'll stir up the pot.
But before we stir up the pot, we forgot something.
What do you forget? St. Patrick's Day?
Why are we wearing green, guys?
We did forget about St. Patrick's Day.
I shouted out St. Patrick's Day at the beginning of the pod.
Did you?
Did you? I didn't hear it. Was it during the live or was it after the clap? Pause.
What is St. Patrick's Day, bro?
We're about to find out. All right. So, St. Patrick's Day, or the feast of, we're just literally...
St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, here we go. Celebrated annually, March 17th, honors the patron saint of Ireland with parades, festivals, and wearing originally a 17th century religious feast day commemorating the arrival of Christianity in Ireland.
Say word,
okay.
Wow.
It has evolved into a global celebration of Irish culture and heritage. Yeah, often featuring traditional Irish music, dancing, and culinary staples like corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef?
I haven't had corned beef in so long.
Bully beef?
Holy.
Yo, I didn't find myself an Irish thing. You seen that thing about the Irish accent being close to a Jamaican accent?
Not close, fam.
That was crazy. Wait. Let's stay on topic.
Okay. I was gonna say,
so for St. Patrick's Day, it's about bringing Christianity to Ireland. Did you guys know this was a religious holiday?
Not at all.
I did not know. I just
Why do they make it seem like it's all about drinking alcohol and getting lit?
Fam,
I would love to go into like a little bit of a research into that, but it says nothing about
death
that.
of St. Patrick, who is credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland in the 5th century.
Yo, so every person wearing green is celebrating Christianity. That's kind of mad.
We're celebrating St. Patrick for bringing Christianity to Ireland, but imagine your name lived on that long, fam. They have your
that man said, yo, thanks for that. We're gonna drink about that.
Since the 5th century, fam. The 5th. We're in the 21st, bro.
We're gonna drink about that. The tradition is linked to Irish nationalism, the green in Irish flag, and the shamrock. That I kind of knew. The shamrock is used to represent the holy. What? That's news to me. The shamrock is used to represent the Holy Trinity.
Wow.
Holy frick.
It says 2026 celebrations. Toronto, the 38th annual St. Patrick's Day parade is scheduled for Sunday, March 15, 2026 at 12. Moving from Bloor Street West to Yonge Street and Sankofa Square. I am not going. But Dundas Square, not Sankofa Square.
Yeah, we don't call it that.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, shout out to all the Irish people out there. If there's an Irish shorty who wants to educate me on some Irish things, you know what I'm saying? Let's link up, you know?
Yeah.
I could be a leprechaun. Joke.
Hey.
But I'll search for your pot of gold. You know what
I fit the description, still.
That's crazy. I literally feel like I learned something. I didn't.
Yeah. Negro knowledge.
Well, this is not really Negro.
We're Negroes growing our knowledge.
Y'all watch Sinners?
No, I didn't.
No.
Damn. It's actually a good movie.
Yeah, I've been watching old shit, bro. Like I told you, like I watched Casino with...
I've been watching Love is Blind since last night.
I'm dead. The first time I watched it, I was like, wow, this is interesting. I watched it like 2 years ago or something like that.
I haven't watched every season, but when I do tap in, it's like
it's
crazy.
Just, bro, it's nuts.
Would you ever sign up for Love is Blind?
Yes.
Really?
For the plot?
Honestly, for the clout, 100%. I would, to be honest with you,
I feel like there's better options. Like there's like Too Hot to Handle. No, not Too Hot to Handle shit. Love Island.
To be honest with you,
Temptation
bro,
Island. No,
I don't feel like all those places are actually trying to find love though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I would do all of them.
I feel like
Love
Love is Blind is genuine for like, you're literally. You know what it is?
But like I thought you were more like showing your fuckboy.
But do you know what Love is Blind is?
I know what Love is Blind is, but I'm saying like a better experience as a single man is to go on like a fuckboy show. That's what I was just basically saying.
Nah, I'm not that kind of fuckboy. I'm only a fuckboy when I'm in search of like, you know, it's in between the love. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like if I find a reliable candidate, I'm wifing that immediately. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So for you, Love is Blind would be a better experience than a fuckboy show.
Love is Blind is fucking stupid, bro.
It's so dumb, bro. All of them are dumb. All of them are dumb.
For the plot.
But for the
would you rather Love is Blind or would you rather a fuckboy show?
I'll just play the part of whichever place I go to and just galvanize the clout, and then I'll just drop a clothing brand and then I'm off.
Honestly, watching Love is Blind makes me want to fall in love.
Okay.
But at the same time, when I'm watching them fall in love before seeing each other and they're saying I love you through a fucking wall and they're proposing and crying and all this doing this emotional shit and they don't even know what the person looks like. It's like I get the idea of it, but it seems so inauthentic to me. It's just like, yeah, you're the one I want. You're the one. It's like this nigga.
Niggas are really bro.
Bro, no, this nigga had mad game. This one dreadhead black nigga. This nigga said this. He said, I don't see you, but I see you. You through the wall. The man said, I don't see. He said her first, middle, and last name. Got on his knee. I'm not gonna lie, man's be getting goosebumps. I'll be like, oh, this is juicy, bro. But like the drama in Love Is Blind is good too. I feel like Love Is Blind. I would love to see someone like Ayo on that.
Yeah.
Me? Oh, yeah. I guess I would love to see if I get to know someone and I like their personality and then I see them and I'm like,
that's the problem. Like we all know once we see them, it's over. Once we see them and they're not up to par, it's gonna be over. I just feel like Ayo's gonna accidentally match with a white girl and then get pissed.
Got him.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna accidentally match with a white girl, but I feel like that might be the actual girl's personality who he fell for. But then he's gonna see them and then start overthinking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I wouldn't really mind it being a white girl, but she's gotta be at least a little bit of a looker, you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like you have to, the reason why I say that I can see you on the show is because I feel like the way that you pick people's minds and conversations and stuff like that, if you had a girl behind a wall where you would just like, because it's not just one girl you're talking to, you're talking like 20. And then you narrow it down until you find the one that you like the most, and then you propose to her. I feel like if you're in that situation, that would just like be very interesting to see how you navigate that situation. Like with your personality, can't you just see him?
Yeah.
Like I feel like he would be an interesting candidate to be on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing that would be missing would be like, you know, most of them have like good jobs and shit.
That's the other thing that I find really cool about it is like, bro, when they pull up like their mini biography, it's like 28 freaking private equity. And it's like, the fuck? Yeah.
None of them are just like, I work at Dollar Tree. None of them. They all have like actual career type shit.
I mean, I feel like if I was like a hot young single and I can go on those fuckboy shows.
Are you not a hot young single?
Pause.
I don't think I'm a bombshell to the level of what they're looking for in those shows.
See, this is why this nigga doesn't go out. That's how I know this nigga doesn't
has
go
a
out.
lack of confidence
Fam,
or some shit.
how are
I don't want to be
what
delusional.
You need to know? You think you need a better body? Is
No,
that it?
what you're saying is delusional. What he's saying is delusional. My nigga, being a 6'2" Nigerian, brother, with your own crib, brother, you are like stratosphere.
Again, we're talking about the Netflix shows.
I think the only thing those niggas have that you don't is abs.
Good-looking people.
The only thing they have that you don't is abs.
Well, that's what I'm working. I'm working in.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Why are you acting like the barrier for men to be on these shows? Like, oh, you have to be a super sick, like nah, like,
and it's not like, and it's not like all, and it's not like all of them have like super like crazy bodies.
Nah,
like,
and all of them don't.
Especially on Love Is Blind, like it's kind of like
normal niggas, bro.
Normal people, but again, just like
we're not talking about
professionals.
Is that Elise? I can just tell it's Elise.
Yeah,
she wanted to make up for everything she missed. She said a whole Bible book.
Novel here.
Holy,
I guess before we'll use that as a segue to get into
the pot.
See what she's saying.
So we'll start from the top.
Holy fuck.
Holy moly. If I could word myself but better from earlier, I feel that relationships are based off two people's strength and values interact, whichever way those are, and not the values they claim with words, but lived actions and embodiment. Sorry, guys. I feel like I flopped that call. I'd love to chat more with you guys, not caught off guard in my fart brain. The original question of what does a woman need from a man to put up with him? I can answer that, though. I think better here. Someone who adds stability, respect, and emotional safety. Those are the core desires I feel from women.
I don't agree with that.
And everything branches off those into more specific behavior patterns. A lot would have to do
Wait. Just to interject. I don't agree with that because I feel like girls do require a certain amount of security. And some of that security comes financially. You know what I'm saying? A girl likes to feel safe. More than just like, yes, you like to feel emotionally safe and all these different type of things that she named. But I do feel like a high thing on the list for women, even if you don't want to admit, is that they do want to feel a security that a man is going to not take care of them, but be able to hold up that side of things. You know what I'm saying?
But I think as we established, like that's not even enough because again, from the girl that we originally watched, when she was talking about those like safe energies or whatever, I can imagine they were probably able to provide for her, but they just didn't have the.
But we're talking about what she pursued, and that's the thing. That's who she was pursuing.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Not talking about like obviously like who she was pursuing were the people with the negative energy, the fun people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But those people were probably the providers. You know what I'm saying? The ones who could handle that security. But that's the reason why she ignored the good guys until later on in life. And that's leads into my point, is that the first person that they are attracted to naturally was the person who they felt like security is a thing. You know,
so you don't think she felt secure? I think from what I gather, I feel like she felt. Oh fuck! Who's calling me? Oh, probably asking about fucking St. Patrick's Day.
It's okay, bro.
What's it called? So essentially, what I was saying is, I feel like she felt secure with those guys. She just felt bored. That was why she mentioned the whole falling asleep on the phone thing. So I thought we were kind of establishing.
I don't think she gave those guys a chance to feel bored. I feel like she didn't ever give those niggas a chance to feel bored. In order for her to feel bored, she just thought she would feel bored.
Yeah. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's just security. I think,
but I
there's
do
a level
feel like
of
when it comes to
too.
women dating in general, I feel like security is a huge.
It's a huge thing.
It's an important thing for them that she didn't acknowledge in her list.
Yeah,
I feel like security is on that list.
Yeah, but excitement, I think, is also missing, which is what she was talking about, right?
Yeah.
But I think what we're saying is like men don't really look for excitement when we're looking for a partner that we want to settle down with, but women do. And excitement is not as important as the qualities of someone who you can have a long-term relationship with.
Okay.
And then she said, a lot would have to be taken into consideration making the choice to leave a business due to overlapping personal issues, but everyone moves differently. And then she kind of actually catches up with us. And then she says, it's really nice how you guys all have different perspectives and stances on things all the time. I believe when your time comes, it will come as long as you're on track doing what you feel.
Okay, we don't need to read it all. We don't need to read it all.
Oh, yeah?
Stir up the pot.
All right, man. Sorry, Elise.
Stir up the pot.
Take out your phone, bomba. Stir up
No
the
worry.
pot.
Elise was on the phone. She could have said all this on the phone.
Take out your phone and stir up the pot. Stir up the pot. Bomba clot. Stir up the pot.
Stir it.
46.
Stir up the clock.
46.
You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's something you judge people for, even though you know you shouldn't?
Their clothes.
Damn.
Their shoes.
Damn. You're one of those niggas? I really don't.
The only reason I do is because, like, I don't know. Like, just look upon yourself before you leave the crib, fam.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, it's a very hard question.
Something because I judge people on a lot of shit.
Yeah, so the thing that comes to my mind is I'm of the mindset of kind of giving people grace in terms of who they are as a person, because a lot of that is out of their control. But at the same time, I judge people heavily for that. So it's like, for some person, if they can't kind of see things logical and they're not reasonable, sometimes I'm like, yeah, but they had pretty traumatic past and stuff like that. And I'm like, we got to understand. But at the same time, I'm just like,
so much compassion.
Yeah, but then in a different scenario, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Why are they fucking thinking like that? So it's a little bit.
So it's
of
like you want to judge them, but you've learned how to be semi non-judgmental.
Yeah, I think it's like depending on the mood.
I judge adults that can't cook.
Facts, bro.
I judge adults that cannot cook.
What do you consider not cooking? Because there's different levels. You know what I mean? There's like the ramen makers.
But like, fam, if you can't follow a recipe, like
exactly, simply,
fam, even if you're not willing to, that's the whole thing. It's
all it is that you're not willing to, because if you try to learn how to cook, you can't cook. I'm telling you, you can't.
Okay,
anybody could cook, but that just means you haven't tried. You know what I'm saying? So I judge people who can't cook as an adult. There's a bunch of other things I judge people for. I'm just trying to think of what's appropriate to talk about on a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
judge
a good
bitches
one.
that can't ride dick. I don't care why.
I'm fucking dead. I'm so dead.
I judge.
Oh, you know what's one that I shouldn't say because it's a little like TFS. What is it called?
Mad Baby Dads?
No.
TMI?
Yeah. TMI. Girls that deep throat too much. It's not comfortable all the time.
Yeah, because it's like you're not trying to make me feel good. You're just trying to show off.
Not even that. It's like after a certain amount of times, it's like you're doing this because you like it. Like you just like.
But what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
There is nothing wrong with that. It's like, you know what?
But can you try to please me?
You know what I'm saying?
Can you do something I like?
But it's like
little stroke spit.
Yeah, a little something, yo. Because it's like, doesn't have to always be so aggressive. Like some compassion, something. You know?
I kind of judge niggas with foot fetishes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not, like, I don't judge you if you have a foot fetish, but if you're to the point where, like, you know, you're in forums and you're paying for it, like, you know, you're just like, yo, let me see your feet. You're paying for girls' feet pics. I'm judging you. And, like, you know, that's something I probably shouldn't judge because it's none of my business. But you're weird.
Paying for feet pics is kind of...
That's wild.
Yeah.
What a niche, eh? Like, there's really bitches balling out here off their toes.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I mean. I'm always in this dilemma of like not wanting to judge people, but also judging people. Again, it just depends on the mood. Because sometimes off a split reaction, I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?" Yeah. Then other times I'm like, I can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we could have compassion and we could rationalize all this shit, but if we're just keeping it a buck off of first instinct, like we all judge people without even knowing. So it's just like, if we're just gonna be honest about the things that we judge about, there's a whole bunch of shit that we judge.
I don't keep track of them. So
you know
it's
what kind of people I judge? People that see something on the internet and immediately think that, like, yeah, I saw all the context I need to know.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's a good one.
Like, you know, like
they irritate me. Like the ones in the comment sections that just be chatting shit.
Yeah, and people that like very obviously didn't even watch the whole video. Don't fucking piss me off, bro. Like,
I judge. This one might be controversial.
Okay,
but I do judge women that claim grape after they regret their decision with sleeping with somebody. For example, they said, I got into an argument on Twitter. Somebody said that it's coercion for a man to ask for sex multiple times after saying
he begged for it, so I kind of just like gave in. Because
but I feel like
pity.
I feel like that's just like, you deserve to be judged for that. We're kind of talking about like you judge them, but in retrospect, you're like,
no. I judge the women who tried to claim that is our
but I feel like that's justifiable judging.
Nah, because there's the way I was getting pushback on threads about, like, there's a lot of women who stand on the fact that if they said no mad times, like, it's coercion. They try to say that it's coercion, so which makes it grape. If you were to, like, you know, to ask a girl to sleep with you, she says no, then you ask her more than once, and then she eventually gives in. She didn't want to do it in the first place, so that means that you coerced her, so you graped her. And I had, like, this is not my first time having this argument with women, and they like, some women just really try to take it to the extreme, and they were even calling me a rapist. So
that's fucked.
Yeah.
So what's your standpoint on that?
Bro, if I come up to you and I ask you for $1 million or all the money in your bank account, and you said no, and then I just keep on asking and keep on asking, and then you're just like, fuck it, take it. And then you give me all the money in my bank account. Does that mean that I robbed you? Did I coerce you? People try to take the word coerce means that I threatened you.
Yeah.
It means that I did something, like at least a certain amount of there's the word pressure in the definition, and they try to make that word pressure make it seem like that pressure is just like coercion. But no.
All I'm going to say, just leave.
Yeah. Honestly, the most annoying example that I've seen coercion used was, I think he was in a relationship and the girl wasn't giving up the coochie or whatever, something like that. And the boyfriend was like, if you're not going to give up the coochie, I'm going to leave. And people were like, that's coercion.
Oh my God.
Holy fuck.
What a topic to end the podcast on.
So I think that's like the epitome of like,
damn.
Nah, but some girls are really passionate about this. Like, they'll literally call you, like the way that I was getting attacked, like the way they'll really call you a rapist because of your thoughts on not believing that that's grape. Because I simply believe that you regret your decision because he didn't do anything that you did. Him asking is not anything that makes you feel like you have to fuck him or else. So, like, if you're just annoyed, so if you're giving up the pussy because niggas ask too much, you're just easy. In my opinion, but I'm not gonna lie, this is super controversial for some reason.
So is it wrong if I went on a date with a shorty and when we went back to my crib to hang out and I realized that she wasn't gonna give the coochie, so I'm like, yeah, your Uber's on the way. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, if I'm like, you know what, if you're not gonna give me the coochie, then we might as well just call it here.
You're not wrong, but you're a piece of shit.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I would call a man a piece of shit for like,
was the intention of when you guys linked up to fuck? If you guys linked up to fuck and then you guys got there and shit, I don't want to fuck, then you're not a piece of shit. But if you linked up to go on a date and then you just assumed you was getting the coochie, then because you're not getting the coochie, you now give her no value or don't respect her as a human being to the same extent. Her presence does not matter anymore because all you care about is her coochie, then you are a piece of shit. Because you're not looking at her for who she is as a person at all. For me, if you don't want to fuck, I'm still down to chill. You know, we can still hang out. If you don't want to fuck, you know, we can still have a good time.
I have a crazy thing to say. So how there are women that say, oh no, like it's disrespectful for a man to even think that we're going to be splitting the bill on our first date. But then it's like, okay, well, like, is a man wrong for thinking that if he pays for the bill that you guys are going to fuck? Because if that's his expectations, then it's like you're technically the piece of shit because you're making him pay for nothing.
I think that
I mean, I personally think that's not equal.
I don't think that's a transaction. You know, I don't feel like paying for
equal. It's not equal, but at the same time, it's kind of funny because it's like you put a very
high expectation.
Yeah, very strong, like opinionated, like
expectation.
That is so wrong. Like I will never date a man like that. And it's like, bro, like imagine you just split the bill for the first date and then like he literally never asked you to pay for anything ever again for the rest of the time you date.
Fam, when a girl even offers to split the bill with me, it's such a turn on. Because I won't let you do it. I'll pay for the whole thing. I'll pay for the whole thing. But you considering me or even like considering that I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying? That's such a big turn on. And it always like I've went on dates where this probably happened to me maybe 2-3 times max, where I went on a date with a girl. One of them was actually my baby mom. But like, yeah, when
was she your baby mom at the time?
No. This is part of the reasons what made her become wifey.
Okay.
That I went to go pay for something, and then I went to go tap, and then she took out her card and she tapped it before I could. She didn't even give me an option. You know what I'm saying? Tapped it before I could. Super turn on.
Yeah.
Because I'm down to pay. But if you're showing consideration for me, that's love, bro. That's like, you know, I appreciate you because you look at me as a human being.
There was a time I was,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I want to say dealing with a shorty because any girl that I dealt with from, I need to project my voice more. Sorry. So yeah, there was a time where I was dealing with There was a time I was dealing with a shorty. I don't want to say dealing because we were kind of just fucking. Like we literally first time hung out at her apartment, smashed, and then like every single time after that we hung out, smashed.
I love those.
So perfect. Yeah, she was like a stripper turned like good like crisis counselor type shit. So she had money.
The same story.
Yeah. So she had money, and I basically never paid for anything except for like her nails here and there. Picking her up.
Must have been nice.
No. Oh, so nice. So nice. That's what got my bricked up.
This man needs a sugar mama.
Yeah, bro. You got to experience that one time. But unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately. That's super, super out of pocket. But you'll likely have to find that in a white girl. So thank you, everybody.
Yo, thank you so much for watching the Chat2Much podcast. Happy St. Patrick's Week Day, whatever it is. Shout out to the Irish people and the Christians.
Yeah.
Peace.
No.